Yo, stop scrolling real quick. I got Bryce Genre today on the Stop Scrolling podcast. Come on, man.
So please stop scrolling. There's a pair of dick and titties like on the clip right below your shit. So stop scrolling. Stay where we at. Stay right here. Stay right here. Yeah.
Yeah, this is episode 10 of the Stop Scrolling podcast. Once again, I'm JohnnyB, theShooter, your host.
Yeah.
And today's guest is Bryce Genre.
Bryce Genre.
Shout out Connor Gibbons for Heartbreaker Clothing.
Okay.
Check it out. Yeah. No shit. All right, welcome to episode 10, episode X of the Stop Scrolling podcast with me, your host, JohnnyB, theShooter. And today's guest is the one and the only Bryce Ayy, Bryce Genre, recent name change. Yeah.
Bryce Genre.
He's originally from Chicago, came down to Dallas and been doing music, not just rapping, even though he's cold. I have old ass freestyles of him where he just goes off for like minutes and minutes and minutes. And but like, go ahead and tell the people a little bit more in depth about you and what you do.
Like I said, the name is Bryce Genre. I'm coming from Chicagoland area. My mother, my father was born and raised there. I was born within the area, moved around, a lot within that Midwestern area, even going into Indiana area, Gary, Indiana, Hammond, Indiana, everybody who knows that.
What's
entire
Gary,
circuit.
Indiana famous for? Because I've heard that before.
Gary, Indiana, what you call it? I forgot if it was Michael was born there. Like it was.
Michael Jordan?
No, Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Oh yeah, Gary, Indiana. That's where it comes from.
What
Okay,
I mean?
I got you.
Like so, I believe it's like between there and Hammond. Like that's the area where Michael Jackson was born. Like you can actually people walk by their old house, like the Jackson's house and stuff like that. So
people live there? Or?
No, I mean I think so. You know what I'm saying? It's just a regular house. You know what I'm saying? But it's just one of those things like, wow, that's the house that they like Michael Jackson grew up in. You know what I'm saying?
Dope music video spot right there.
So I believe it's that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's been the running one for the longest. I moved down here to maybe in 2006, and I mean I've been rapping and singing and songwriting for the longest. Singing since I was, I grew up in church, so definitely I've always gotten to listen and to absorb and to just really hear the structure of melodies and symphonies and different orchestration and so those really just came out in my gift because my mother sings as well. I come from a musical background, a family with a big musical background.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I mean, rapping, I've been doing that since I've really just been writing. You know what I mean? Like definitely since about age 11. Yeah. Age 11, and really rapping, like really putting the pen to the paper at 13.
What was your content back then?
Man, bro, like already know, like whatever. Because we just mimic whatever we listen to. So you already know. All I was listening to was Eminem back then. Yeah. So I was listening to Eminem. Man, bro, I got my ass whooped. Whooped because my parents found my rap book. My parents found my rap book, and my shit was like, my shit was on some like wild shit, bro. It was like, I forgot what the way I did it, but bro, my wordplay was cold. I ain't gonna lie, I was cold as fuck. The shit was cold as fuck. I was mad because he threw it away. I was like, damn, nigga, you could at least kept it. Damn. Yeah, bro, you have no idea how many times I've lost my fucking rap book, like or a rap book that I've, penned rhymes in and shit. But it's like it comes with the territory. It's taught me to be so much more secure with my stuff. You know what I mean? But
as far as like if it disappears or you lose it,
yeah, like you gotta have a backup. That's why I encourage people who even still they're like, there's some people who they put themselves on a pedestal for being like, well, I still write on paper. And I'm like, that's cool, but say something happens. You know what I'm saying? Say you're moving, or say, somebody's in your room and they just cleaning shit up, or so, say it gets lost in the folder in the mold. Yeah. What do? You know what I'm saying? And you're like, damn, I didn't even remember. I can't remember all of these. I didn't get to record them yet. Yeah. What do? You know what I'm saying? You might want to just sit there and just type it up. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you got a word to you know what I'm saying, and then let that type it out. Send it to your fucking Gmail. Send it to your Google Drive.
What I do, like I write, but I always voice record what I say and how it sounds, like just to help me remember like delivery and shit.
Yeah, even
but,
voice notes, voice notes.
But backups definitely, because even the situation I just recently incurred, it wasn't about like losing bars, but it was like losing the beat. You know, I wrote to I saved a bunch of beats on a playlist that I not necessarily like was able to come up with content that moment. So I just put them on a save list or playlist for later, and like go back because there's a recent song that I put on there that I was working on, and like there's a thing that said a couple videos have been deleted. I'm like, fuck, like was it the ones that I wrote to? So I came in here real quick, I checked everything, I downloaded what I need to, like right there. Luckily, I didn't lose anything that I had written to, but that was just a moment, just like a when Instagram goes down moment. Like
it's
you
gone.
you can't put too many eggs in one basket.
You're right.
You have to know that anything can happen at any moment. So,
and if there's an investment in it, you definitely need to spread it.
Yeah,
you definitely need to spread it, like, cause that's your art. So you just like when that beat is lost, you be like,
yeah. That's like, even though I have a website and it's not so active, I still have that to put all the content that I would post on anywhere else and consolidate it and still have it because that platform is mine. You know, type shit.
And that's an important conversation too, because that's what I sat there and I posted as soon as the first time Instagram went down this year, and it was just causing such a major uproar and stuff like that. I was like, bro, you have to. That's why I'm glad I learned that lesson early. I learned it when we were still, like, everybody was still writing on paper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but just like saying, when I would lose my notebooks, I've lost like 2 or 3 notebooks in college. Somebody stole my notebook.
Yeah.
And like, it's just losing it so much you understand the security of it. Because, you know what I'm saying? Just like saying, like, living in this day and time, bro, like, I forgot what damn, I lost my train of thought. What did you say? What were you talking about?
Writing on paper and...
Because you were saying something.
Beats, losing my beats.
Losing your beats. It was something that you were saying after that was very important. It was just about to come back. Instagram shutting down.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Having the security. That's what I was trying to bring it back to. Just having the security of your content. You know what I'm saying? And realizing, like, this stuff is precious to me. You know what I'm saying? So even when I would lose my books, it would be like, oh, man, like... People were like, oh man, you lost your book, damn. But it's just like, no, you don't understand, bro. Like, I put time
There's
into
so much
this.
time.
So much mental energy is even just logged on the side of this book, on the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just everything. All of this is just, you know what I'm saying? It's really a document. So when you really kind of understand that, it's like, bro, like, I can't afford to lose this. I can't afford to treat it as if it's just like, oh well, I'll just get another book. No, bro, like.
Yeah.
Even if I do remember the verses, I don't remember those little bars I wrote over there where I was like, bro, I'm gonna use these for something else.
Yeah.
But I never copied.
Because those you'll never remember because it's like
because it was
just one bar. Like I wrote it down. Okay, cool, I got it. And then like you remember like segments or I don't know how you break it down. Like a
concept or the idea.
No, like what would you say? A 4-bar thing is like it's not a paragraph. It's not a sentence. What? I guess
I know what you're trying to say.
I guess like an idea
you're just saying just a 4-bar read. You're saying what would it be just as a pairing? So if you were to name that pairing as a thing, would it be called a paragraph?
That's how I write. Like it's usually 4 bars by 4 bars by like delivery and shit.
Yeah.
Just to keep it fresh, but still long enough to like.
I'll be honest with you. It just depends because you can call it. I would call it in between. I would call it scheme structure. Or a structural scheme. Because a lot of schemes are structured within a 4-bar. You know what I'm saying? It's rarely just 2-bar schemes, but a lot of times you pack, just even the way that people flow, you know when somebody's about to like end their verse. The way that they go with then you know chorus. You know what I'm saying? So I would call that just the scheme structure. It doesn't always have to be contained within that 4 bars because it can be a continuance to an 8-bar scheme. So you know what I'm saying? So but I would just call that just even within a block, like just just a little scheme. Not in this, not in the exact context of it has to be a scheme or else it's not considered a 4. No. It's just
So
just the structure.
You said you grew up in the church singing.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, singing and just really.
Like, were your parents singers or performers or anything like that?
My mother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was in the choir?
Definitely.
Did she, you and Torrance too? Like, did Torrance, was he singing too? Or was it just you?
It was really me. You know, I mean, that's funny. Yeah, Torrance was, and Torrance played the drums a little bit, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Torrance playing the drums. I just thought about that. Now that I got to think about it, because I was like, was Torrance in the choir? I was like, no, Torrance wasn't really in the choir. Torrance was never really told to get in the choir, because it was just like, they never saw Torrance as a singer like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we come from a musical family, so of course everybody's singing, everybody loves melodies, but it's kind of like getting in where you can fit in. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, you know what I mean? And finding out where you should be placed. You know what I'm saying? So even with like him, they were trying to see about engineering, like, you know, the sound room with him and stuff like that. So, you know, but, you know, Milio, of course, he was on the drums, and, you know, he had, you know, grown and developed into the organ and, you know, piano side. So yeah, bro, but definitely I was in the choir early age. My mother, she was a part of like a couple singing groups, and, you know, she's even done, what was it? She was a backup singer for R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just like his whole, like when he was doing Happy People. Like, he was doing that album where it was just real happy people. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, being from Chicago.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So, you know what I'm saying, during that era and time and stuff like that, you know. And I mean, people be like, oh, R. Kelly. And she told me, she was like, yeah. She was like, I mean, she was like, he's weird. She was like, but anybody that famous for that long is gonna be weird. They're gonna have their things to where she was like, but we just made music. It's nothing more to, you know what I'm saying, what the situation was. She was like, no, it's just.
Do you think those people get weird when they get money, or do you think they were always inherently weird?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, bro. It's just. This is the reason why I'm like, it's imperative that we talk to people and we understand people, because people come from backgrounds that we don't know, bro. Like, part of me used to just think all of us were the same, and then when it's like an early age that I got to understand, that's why I stopped being so shy and so just internally insecure and stuff like that. Like, I was at a young age, like, and I just came more into my own understanding of who I am, because I'm like, when I understood that, damn, we're all the same. So it's not like I have to look at you like you're above me. Yeah. Like, it's like, no, bro, because you have some battles that you're facing that I have no idea. And then there's some stuff that people looking at you like, damn, bro, like, I respect it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not to big up yourself or put yourself over people, because just like saying, like you're saying with this and asking about it, it's a thing where I think those people, they come from such fucked up backgrounds. Like even R. Kelly, he was molested by his sister. They were talking about, you know what I'm saying, molested by his sister, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, obviously, you know what I'm saying, like to a point where his psyche, like at such a young age, when you introduce that to him, his psyche got fucked up, and then he started enjoying it. So it's like you can't understand the lines of, it's just like, well, maybe this is really what I want, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, like as a kid, you don't know. Like there's other kids who have been molested by elder people who have asked themselves this, because they're like, well, if I'm erected, then if this is bad and I know it's bad, then why am I erected? Does that mean that I want it? Like, you know what I'm saying? So having a child's mind to try to process that, and then you're only getting like
primarily on their own too.
On your own, and you don't have someone to be able to break that down for you, even talk you through it, and then you get older and older, and then you're gifted, and then you're talented, and then the world just bows at your feet, and based off of what you learn. Who can tell you shit at a certain point? Even Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi himself said, I'll never forget that interview. He was with the Breakfast Club, and he was talking about, he was like, when I turned 24, he was like, man, I got big. He was like, did you know that, it had been some time. He was like, it was been a couple years, and then guess what? Like, I'm 27. He was like, and guess what? I'm still looking at life like I'm 24. He was like, because that point when I got success, it's like you low-key stop learning. Like, that's why people look at celebrities like, why the fuck would you do that? But, bro, who can tell you shit? Yeah. Who's your teacher? Who's your teacher when I make more money than you? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can
that level?
How can you teach me when I can buy your house? How you gonna tell me what to do when I can sit there and be like, bro, I got your car note.
Yeah,
bro,
I got
your
more
debt.
success than you, so what am I doing different than you?
That's why people it gets hard to talk to those people. And even with R. Kelly, that's why it gets hard to be able to, now don't get me wrong, that's a point of integrity, and that's a point of dominance of saying, I love you enough to pull you to the side to say, hey brother, this is wrong. I know what's going on with you. We need to get you some help.
Yeah.
I'm your brother. I'm with you, but understand we can't afford for this to continue to commence. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a sickness, brother. You know what I'm saying? And this is happening to you at an early age, and as twisted as it happened, and regardless of what it's made you, and regardless of what your mind does to try to justify it, your reality is distorted based off of your reality distortion back then. Because think about it, when you were young, you knew it was wrong, but because there was a conflict of your bodies just reacted. Your body just reacted naturally.
You felt
so
like you knew it was wrong.
Exactly.
But you weren't sure. Like,
because
that little sense
oh my goodness.
Like, oh shit.
But she's a female. Your body as a male is reacting to a female's touch. You're young, so of course it's responding. And now you're trying to figure out, wait, is this because I like it? Right. And it does feel good, but I know it's wrong. What's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? How do I process this? What is right and what is wrong? You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? So it's a fucked up situation. But just to your point with what you were saying, I mean, I think a lot of people come from fucked up backgrounds, and when they get to a point where, especially at early ages, because you got to think, a lot of celebrities, early age, bro, early
like
age,
Michael Jackson too.
Yeah,
and even like the child stars in Hollywood, like growing up, be like, oh yeah, these people.
Why do you
surrounded by pedophiles and shit?
Why do you think they're either committing suicide? They're overdosing on pills, or even when you see them, they're all like they're fucked up. Like, it's just like they're mentally fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, or they have issues with communicating, or they're just weirdos and shit. And it's just like, damn, bro, there's something that scarred you early.
Something happened to you to make you that way.
Yeah, and then you've just been so much in the spotlight. We're saying, like, people can't tell you shit, that the lessons you're learning, they're biased because they're based off of what you can justify and what you feel like. Hey, if I do feel like steering right, then cool, I'm a steer right. But if I want to justify maybe my cocaine addiction, can't nobody tell me shit because I can afford cocaine.
I can get it if I want to.
And guess what? If you ain't gonna get it from me, I'm gonna fire you and I'm gonna get somebody to fill your spot. Now you hungry and you can't eat. So what you really gonna say to me? You know what I'm saying? Okay. You gonna be like, I'm gonna call the cocaine dude because guess what?
I got it.
Because I know he gonna give me 5 G's tonight.
Right.
It becomes a conflict of consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean, I just think that it's just a fucked up situation where a lot of those people, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something that's ingrained within them. And they said R. Kelly said it too. He said it too. He was like, where he told somebody personal to him. I think he said his brother, where he was like, he had a conflict of conscience where he was like, bruh, like, help me.
Yeah.
I'm tripping. Help me. And then it was just like, no, like, I think nobody was really taking him serious at that point, or it was just like nobody really capitalized on it.
They don't want their way of living to be jeopardized.
To cease, yeah.
You know? What type of okay, so like, if you were, no, not if, but when the success of mainstream hits you, what type of celebrity do you think you'll be? Like a Kendrick, J. Cole, Cudi, Kanye, like the SoundCloud rappers, you know. Because I don't see you on social media, like, I wouldn't see you like a SoundCloud rapper, but just the option, you know. Yeah. To compare, like, how do you see yourself? Because personally, I would be like a J. Cole. Like, I'm putting my shit out, but I'm not, like, on line all the time. Even though I'm like producing shit.
It's weird because as much as I thought about that, I don't even think I would want to be a mainstream artist. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to be able to. There's artists like Currency, you know, who can put out his music and he lives comfortable, and you don't have the pressures of all of that extra coming your way and trying to. I mean, it's nice, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people want that. They want the plaques, and I want this. It's like, and the funny part about it is I know my caliber of music and the gift that I've been given. I know it can achieve that. But my view and my vision is to the esque of what you were saying, like to that continuity of like, nah, man, I want to live with my art, and I want to be able to live, and I also want to be able to touch people and be tangible. I don't want to be like, I just want to give my money a reserve. No, bro, like, I was put here to serve, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. To serve with my gift of music, to serve with my gift of creativity, with everything I put, whether it be graphic design, whether it be, like creative direction with my videos or anything like that, like, or even just talking to people, encouraging people. But I know more so than anything, it is to connect, you know what I'm saying? And it is to be able to, just like saying, serve and to give and to give. It's not to come and to withdraw or herald myself like I'm above the people and I'm in a car.
We're used to seeing like the path that you need to take to become the mainstream, right?
Yeah.
What is the path because I'm not too well versed in this area, but like, what is the path to become a currency? You know, to be able to not have to worry about all that, but still have that cushion of being able to create and live.
I believe that comes from understanding that, well, that's kind of the dynamic. When you're talking about mainstream versus people with a core. Like, it's like Tyler, the Creator. Tyler, the Creator is mainstream, you know what I'm saying? And it's because what's funny about him, he's developed the core. His story is just so unique. Even, I believe he sold out the Garden. You know what I mean? He's not from New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, not being from New York and selling out the Garden is nuts. Because it's different when you have people there and it's just like, oh yeah, he's that artist, so we're going there. But when you're coming from out of town and then they're packing that out, dude, your musical impact, the sound reception that you got. And so that's really all it is. A lot of people are shooting so much for all of this, like, I want to hear the mainstream sound instead of going for a core. And the thing about your core is only going to identify with your identity. You know what I'm saying? So you have to show people who you truly are in order to know, y'all fuck with this? No? Yes? No? And you have to be honest. You can't be like, oh, well, I'm going to make this is a Khaled type record, or this is a 6ix9ine type record. Y'all fuck with that? Because then what are you going to keep doing? You're going to keep trying to make a 6ix9ine type record, or you're only going to put out singles. You're never going to have an album worth of content because you can't think past what other people want. You know what I'm saying? But when you're the person who's serving, you know what I'm saying? When you're serving them your identity, when you're serving them your projects, when you're serving them your imagination, it doesn't matter if, the funny part about it is some shit, you know, you'll hear a song, boom. It's like, okay, that was cool. Then guess what? It'll end up repeating, and then you're like, damn, I can't get to it. Like I'm washing dishes or some shit out, you know? And then the song plays, and then the chorus kind of catches you the second time around. You're like, that's not bad. You know? Then it keeps going. Then you're like, I ain't trying to turn it off. And then the more you notice the play, you're like, I kind of catch it now. I kind of catch what the sound was doing. You know what I mean? And then you're like, okay, I get this artist. I get him a little. You get a little bit of the picture. So that's the thing. With mainstream is just about really pop. Do you hear it? Does it sound good? Do I like it? Nope. Nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? But when you're going for a core, you have to develop something to where you're willing to be like, no, this is, you know what I'm saying? This is shrimp etouffee. You know what I'm saying? Or this is cire foie gras. You know what I'm saying? Like,
think about like, you know, Currency and Russ.
Yeah.
Because
Russ too.
They have like a huge core base, but they're also putting out a collection of songs that kind of create a project. And I think about like artists that are mainstream and they put out a project, it's just really like, how many radio hits can I get on something? Instead of like DMX too, back in the day, like his shit was a project. It wasn't just like, even though he had fucking radio hits, it wasn't about the radio hits. It was about the whole aura of the presentation from the artist, you know, to know who that person is. And as we were talking about like Tyler, the Creator, I started to think about like, do you like, what is the catalyst that puts you from a mainstream or like a currency to like a mainstream artist? Like, is there a cutoff? Do you limit yourself, or is it marketed differently?
I believe, honestly, let me just be completely honest, and they're two totally different artists, so let's make that clear. It's like, so it's no knock to what I'm about to say, but it's just because of, it's like taking off the potential, taking off the limiter, you know what I'm saying, of being like, okay, like, I got my weighted bands on, let me take the weighted bands off, now we really gonna fight. And then it's just like, wait, he was weak before, but he was wearing a weighted vest. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like taking the limiter off your potential. Now it's like you're able to access 100% of your potential.
On which route?
And I mean more so with just Tyler, the Creator, as a person. Tyler, the Creator, so much of what he's done and so much of how he operates, even just as a mind and a creative, he's doing a lot more than Currency. You know what I'm saying? Currency has developed his base through his music. and especially a lot of what his imagery is and really what
Solely
he represents.
through music or primarily through music?
Primarily through music, but also a lot of the effect that he's had within the culture itself, you know what I'm saying, of doing, like, you know what I'm saying, like, with the cars, with, you know what I'm saying, just a lot of that, his, like, entire brand is illustrated. So, it's like, just like saying, it's no knock to him.
Right.
It's just saying that you see what Tyler does. No album that Tyler has sounds the same. You know what I'm saying? Tyler is one of those artists to where it's like a Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? Except he's done that from the core base, and guess what? Because even his first project, when he was coming out with whatever that first project was, I believe it was Goblin. I think so. That was his first project. What he did was, I forgot who came up to him, but they were trying to partner with him, and they weren't trying to sign him. They were like, look, your fan base is already big enough based off of what he was doing, because he had all his friends, and they were like, they all dropped within a certain period of time. So all his friends made a mixtape. We got like 13 friends. We got 13 mixtapes. Frank Ocean and, you know what I'm saying, what's name is included. It's just the way that the mind worked, where he's like, we're gonna drop this. So it's like gonna be my album. There's gonna be your album next month. Then next month's gonna be your album. The next month's gonna be your album. Then the next month's gonna be your album. Then it's just like you got so many people that are piggybacking off of each other's that it's just like people can't help but look, because guess what? It's just like, who are these dudes? And then if they're mobbing, if they're shooting videos, getting out all that content, it's like so much of that creative mind. When you look 10 years ago to the shit that Tyler Creator was making visually versus now, you even think they got Loiter Squad. It's a whole skit and sketch of, you know, it's an idea of a brand. So it's just like saying the imagination of where he goes, it's just about the limit. It comes into you. It's just about you. Where do you go creatively? You know what I'm saying? Because some people, they're like, no, I just like to smoke. I like to release music. My fan base, you know, we really like to just vibe on this, vibe on, you know, through these type of avenues. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But when there's a person who they're like, I want to do everything, there's
so
no
I should
limit.
change my name to JohnnyB the Creator.
Johnny Renaissance. Johnny Renaissance. That's what, we call you some Johnny Renaissance. The Renaissance man, remember?
Renaissance man.
Yeah.
I still got that shit online.
Yeah. You know, we got, for real, man, because it's just, that's really what I'm looking at now. That's really why, you know, everybody's like, well, everybody's doing everything. Well, that's the point. You know what I'm saying? We're filled with so many gifts that was kind of the issue with understanding certain things at a younger age and, you know, leading up into our earlier years and earlier 20s, because so much of our life had been imprinted with this idea that you do one thing, that's it. That's your career move, that's your money maker, that's your life purpose, and there's nothing aside from that. And then as soon as you lose that, you don't know. You know what I mean? But you're like, no, but I've been able to do other things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm able to do other things. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a person who's a talker, you're like, man, you're a very talkative person, but you're a motivational speaker. Man, you should speak or be a motivational speaker, or maybe you should write a book that's just da-da-da-da-da. You know what? I do want to do that, and I am a writer too. I'm very, you know, like, do that. It's like, but also, oh, you're very wordy, so. Do you write poetry? Yeah, I write poetry. You know, boom, I'm a poet as well. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and then I love hip hop, boom, boom, boom. And you know what? I flow very well. I'm a rapper as well. You know what I'm saying? And I make melodies. I love all of these. It's just the continuity of your gifts that so much of it's just like, no, you're a person who's just a motivational speaker. That's it for the rest of your life.
No, that's your limit on me.
Yeah. And, oh, you're wordy. You can write scripts. You can direct. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's really where it's at this day and age, we're starting to realize that we have to use everything that we're worth. You know what I'm saying? And things will lead you into the direction of where you want to go. You know, there's some artists I've seen who are like, you know, there's some artists who I know who are just like, they're like, yeah, I'm kind of, you know, they're painters. Like, oh, I'm chilling on painting right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's cool. And like, I want to do other things. I want to, you know, it's cool, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's you're siphoning the gas. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a pipeline, you know? So it's just about going for you. And some things where you're just like, maybe some things where you won't pick up for a while and you'll be like, I'm more oriented toward this. And then you realize, wow, a certain awakening that this is really where I want to be. It's just about that discovery of the
What
dream.
other creative proficiencies do you have other than music?
Man, I can draw. I'm a very good sketch artist, and I'm be honest. I want to convert that into even painting. I'm very good with my hands. Yeah. Like, I'm very good with my hands in that sense. Yeah.
Cause I'm not.
Like
painting is hard because I don't know how to blend colors or what colors to make or what colors match together. So painting is like if I got a a source that I'm referencing from, that have colors on it, cool, I'm good. But when I have to create my own, it's like, oh shit. I don't know what goes what would look good, and then you have to like deal with the fuck up if you fuck up, if it doesn't look good. And it's just like, God, I just don't want to. Just give me a graphite pencil paper or a pen, and I'm good. Just black and white lines. I'm straight.
See, and what's funny is about me is I have to get there. I have to get to the point where I'm actually in painting and shit like that to get to like to be able to see, because I've been there before, but I've never gotten to the advanced point of being like. I'm painting something for, like, you know what I mean, like in classes. Okay. I've had painting classes and stuff like that.
But never on your own type shit. Like,
yeah, pretty much never like setting it up at the crib and being like, okay, I'm painting on my own. But I've drawn. I used to like make my own comic books and shit like that. You know, I used to draw shit, and you know, people would pay me money because they'd be like, yo, my little brother wants like Spider-Man for his birthday, and I would just draw shit, and they'd be like, yeah, it gave me like $20, and I'd be
I used to do
honey buns, nigga, honey buns.
I think it was like 3rd grade. I would draw bookmarks for people.
Yeah.
Like, cause
bookmarks
were big back then. You know?
Everything. You're right.
You know,
they'd
be
right.
like, hey, can you make me a bookmark? I'm like, sure.
No, because you remind. I used to draw on them shits too. We just, you know, it was just like random paper though.
Yeah, just a piece of paper that you draw on.
But I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You're right.
I would I remember a couple nights I'd be at home just drawing a whole bunch and like giving people options. Which one do you want? Which one do you want?
Yeah, that's like, clean, man.
Give me a pencil, you know? I get a pencil.
And that's something about just like, that's the part of the artistry that I love, is just, really that's what I love about rapping. It's just really, I see so much. You know what I'm saying? I see so much in life. And just period. And just so much inspiration in certain things. And I mean seeing like as in visualizing with what's not there. Also seeing lessons and seeing, you know what I'm saying, like
cause
teachings.
And effects.
Exactly. And that are inspiring me all the while, you know, to make music wise, also to draw visually. So that's one thing that, like saying, like what that gets me with rapping as well as with drawing, is that I'm like just being able to visualize something and be like, just see the accuracy of the lines and how everything is in place, and you're like the structure of things, and you're like that, like even if you're like drawing a Wolverine, like, you know what I'm saying, you ever see some comic books that just be like, dang, they drew this so cold, bro. Like you're like, I want to draw that.
Drawing something like a line just like accidentally fucks up, but it ends up like making it better.
Perfect. Yeah.
Bro, I had that experience when I was a kid. It was like part of a chest. Like I was drawing a superhero, and normally I just like draw the chest like a line, a curved line.
Yeah.
But this one was like the pencil went like, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That looks hella dope, you know, because it was another muscle like. Being a kid, like you don't know muscle structure yet, so you just muscle on muscle type shit. But back then, like that was something that was, it was like a collarbone type thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, that was real. Like I didn't know what I did. So since then, I was like, oh, let me try it type shit. But like those discoveries when you're like, I don't know, people may have the perception of like when you draw, and you either know how or you don't. But a lot of it is discovery.
It is.
Just like any other art, like you start it because you enjoy it, and then the more you do it, the more you discover the layers of the depth of techniques, presentation, and then that's when I think like the actual passion comes, when you're able to discover all that, and it still motivates you instead of intimidates you.
Oh, this drawing sucks. It's just like, it's not about it sucking. It's just about to be like, dang, bro, I almost got that right. Like, ooh, like, I should have done that eyebrow right. So then you just go back to the eyebrow, you be like, wait, if I just do it, like, oh, wait, I'm almost there.
Yeah.
So it's just like saying, it's just that visualization of just getting the most accurate depiction of life. That's the beauty of it. Recording it as you see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's really all it is. That's just that transference of information.
When you're doing your visual art, is it more portrait based? Is it comic book based, like action figures or superheroes? I mean,
mine has been more animation based, but it's definitely like, because I've gone all across the board. Even like did my own little drawing. Like I had like a little baby picture of myself and shit. So I've drawn my own self and shit like that.
Like realistic.
Yeah, trying to do realistic. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I want to get more into is shading, because especially when I get with shading, I'm gonna be cold. I'm gonna be a cold motherfucker.
What type of shading are you? Because there's a lot of techniques that I've learned of shading. You know, each one has its like own creative impact.
Yeah.
Like for normal like hyperrealism and shit, you're obviously gonna like do the blending. but like there's stippling, there's hatching, there's cross hatching. I enjoy cross hatching because it's just like you just see it being created by random lines.
Yeah.
And your eye is the thing that shades it, because you're not really shading. You're just putting lines closer together, and your eye sees it blend together, but it's not. Type shit like that. And then stippling, it kind of like gets you in the zone once you're just like, and then you're just going. It's like mentally, it like kind of it's soothing.
Yeah, no, that's really all it is. That's what I mean. Like, just that accurate transfer of information is just like it's like cleaning house. It's just like detail. It's just work, and it's just like I don't know what it's like
because it lets you release everything else, because you have to focus on this. Because if you just start thinking about something else, you're like, oh fuck, I fucked it up already, or oh fuck, I gotta fix it. But like you have to focus, and then you get to release everything. Like if you got a kid and you're just stippling, like don't bother me, I'm busy. It's
so weird.
I can't deal with you.
It's weird. What that is? It's just to be so into something, and then to. All right, you know what I mean? And it just does something for you. It's like even, cleaning the house. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to, clean the kitchen and shit like that. You're
washing
like, oh, okay,
dishes,
like, and then you're just like,
vacuuming.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it just does something for you. You're just like, even if I just spent the first 2 hours of my morning doing that and I just go take a nap, like, it's like, that's fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's just something about that work and then that little effort, you know what I'm saying, that finds like a personal appeasement with us. So, like, no, it's good and it's productive. But yeah, I forgot we were talking something a little bit earlier.
About you drawing? Shaping.
Oh yeah, drawing. Yeah. Oh, manga. Manga is really where I was more so drawing. Like yeah, One Piece. I used to like just draw everything really, but mostly manga.
I picked up like I was elementary school, middle school. I would just draw random. Not really like inspired by anything specific until I hit high school, and it was like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, so, I think we all started off with Dragon Ball Z.
You got that face where you got the lines diagonal coming a little bit, and like just a tiny little whoop for the chin, like maybe even to a point. Everyone built off of
the bulky crease and cuts and shit. You're like, okay, it looks
good. All the muscles, like which like you use the same lines for each muscle, like every drawing that you do, because you know that's right.
Yeah.
I remember that shit. Yeah. But that was like my main go-to like way of drawing, because that's what I enjoyed drawing for a while. Yeah. And then like I took an art class in high school, and then we were one of the assignments was to have someone in the middle in the class and just draw their portrait for like 10 minutes. Yeah. And that to me was a very eye-opening moment for technique on how to draw what you see. Yeah. Because you look at a person and it's like, if you don't have any artistic background, it's like, fuck, how do I transfer a person onto a page and make it look like that? And then it goes down to breaking it down to putting that person, I'm looking at you in a 2D plane. Yeah. So when I look at you in a 2D plane, all I see is lines. Yeah. I don't see your face, I see the shapes of the lines. Yeah. And when you can draw the lines, exactly how, like the curve of your cheek and the little indent for your eye, once you get those, you can see, oh shit, that's that. Yeah. So now I can build off of that, like the eyes and nose and all that type of shit. And like I remember my stuff looking really accurate to the person. Yeah. And it was because I used that technique to draw by lines. Yeah. And so anyone that asked me like, how do you draw? Like, what do you do? And I'm just like, look at everything as lines. Like, put it in a 2D plane and just draw the line. It may like this wall right here. See how the angles? It's like, oh shit, that line, when I draw like that, it looks like that. If I have 2 lines, it doesn't look right. But you're not done. Like, just keep going with what you're seeing, and then it builds, and you're like, oh shit, that's that. Even though it feels wrong when you're drawing it, but when you're done, it's like,
you just have to bring everything full circle. That's, and you just have to start off with, just like you're saying, the basics of understanding, like, don't look and be like, how does, like, dude, like, lighting is everything. So, like, saying, like, lighting is popping certain, you know what I'm saying, glimmers off your cheeks. But with shading, that'll come in. But you don't start with shading. You start with boom. Yeah. then we're going to give you this. Then when you see the outline of like, oh, okay, I see how the face is now.
Yeah.
Yes, now you can start shading, and then when you give the light or the places of darkness where it needs to be, then you're like, wait, now you're kind of bringing it out of the page now. It's
You're
like,
giving it dimension.
Yeah, you know, so it's just one thing where it's just step by step. It's just, you know, it's just the process of everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Shading with graphite's easy. I feel like that's probably the easiest one. But like, you see paintings that have. See, that's another thing. It was like when people don't blend the colors for shading and they just do like a darker tone, but it still looks good. That to me goes over my head because I don't understand how to place that color in that spot, because I'm still in the beginner mindset where I'm like, damn, that looks fucking wrong.
Yeah.
That one little thing there, because I'm just focusing on that one thing. But if I bring my view back and see the whole picture, it's like I'm not even focused on that little weird shape. That's a different color. That's I guess like is the shadow. You know.
Yeah.
And that was always my hardest way, or my hardest hurdle to get over, was learning how to
be able to accept it.
Exactly. I just thought, what you said, is to be able to accept it with color. Like, shading in graphite, one tone, easy, but that color intimidates me. That's one reason I don't, if I paint, it's acrylic. Yeah. Because acrylic is, like, easy. It's almost like crayons. Yeah. But when you get to oil, like, oil is blending, that shit is scary. Yeah. It's intimidating. Like, I have a whole bunch of stuff, but still brand new unopened, because I'm just like, man.
I want to try it, though. I want to try it, though, just because it's just like, you know, just like I said, everything with that is just like getting it in, because I know I'm like, I'm going to be cold at blending it. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm going to be cold at blending it, so I'm just like, I just have to get past the hump of like, how do I blend it and make sure it's correctly? So whenever I get to those certain parts of the faces, I'll know to be like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of being like, fuck.
Yeah.
No, it's all right. It looks shitty now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's probably why I like
trial and error.
Colored pencils, because it's like graphite, you know. But colored pencils and crayons aren't considered like professional art.
Yeah, that's why.
So it's like, fuck, man. But like, when I was in architecture, we were required to buy the most expensive colored pencils, which are Prismas. Yeah. And those are like professional high grade because they're soft, so it fills in the paper to where it's like, it doesn't look like a color pencil type shit.
I got what you're saying. Yeah.
And it's like, you can't justify that to the general public. Be like, no, this is like a Prismacolor picture.
You know what Prisma is?
Yeah,
it's the most expensive color pencil out there.
It's not a Crayola creation. You know, it's a Prisma.
You're like, yeah, nigga, take you in your crayons.
Right. So it's like, damn, you kind of negates the fact of having such an expensive pencil when you can't even do nothing but like I like coming up in architecture. I enjoy drawings that have line weights. Yeah. We were like, when you draw plans, we were exposed to line weights to symbolize depth or walls. Mm-hmm. So like you got this structure, and usually architecture, it's all like straight lines, edges and shit, and you have the detailed lines on the inside, but the out, like, it's like the portraits where you have to see the shape. So the whole picture is outlined by a heavy line weight to symbolize that's the picture. And on the inside, it progressively gets smaller with the importance of the line. Like, walls will have a thicker line weight than the window, you know? And, like, we'd have to have a whole set of pens, like a 0.5, a 0.7, a 0.3, a 0.1, shit like that. Yeah. To be able to do that. And I don't know, man, like, after you see the finished project, it's so rewarding. Yeah. You know, because it's like, I did it right. Yeah. You know, it looks perfect. And I don't know, like, I enjoy shit like that.
Me too.
You ever drawn, like, an architecture thing with, like, where you have to reference, or what is it? Perspective points, I think? No. You ever did that line where two dots, and you do a line, and you have a line in the middle, and that's, like, your vanishing points. That's what it is. Vanishing points. Vanishing points. So we used to create those buildings with the vanishing points, and everything, like, it just looks so sexy. I don't know, man. I had this big ass thing, a project that we had to do, and I ended up getting rid of it because I was like, I'm not in architecture no more. I wish I would have kept that shit.
That's funny.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, like that whole visual art, like I've been slacking on that for years.
Yeah.
I haven't really got on that. You know, it's kind of depressing.
I was over, I was over what's the name house, Ayana house, and yeah, we were just watching the movie one time, and I just brought that her with me because I was like, yeah, I just need to
Sketchpad.
Yeah, Sketchpad, and I was like, I just need to do this real quick, and I just because I used to I was the kid who when I was younger, bro, I would steal pencils.
Yeah.
I would like the type of wrong shit that you got out of me. You know what I'm saying? I would do other shit. Like we was young, we would do some other shit. But like the most for me, like the thing that I would get caught over is the fact that I was stealing pencils. Like literally, because
Bryce, you gotta stop stealing pencils.
Because I would be like that would be the main thing for me. I'd be like, bro, like stealing pencils. Like anytime there was a computer around, I would take out like thickness, like mad white sheets of paper and shit like that. They would keep having to replace paper because I was just like, yo, like that's why I was like, it was something about that. It's just like I was like fresh tools. Like it was just it was weird, man. It was so weird, but it's just like that was just really my. Like I was like, yes, like you know what I mean. Like it's like nothing matters but this. It's like so I can draw on a fresh piece of paper. I got this draw, and I would print out like you know what I'm saying certain pictures and stuff like that. You know, or I would like because I used to get this these issues of Shonen Jump. Like so I would just.
What is that?
It's like a manga. It's a manga magazine. Or it's more so I would say publishing because it has multiple manga in it.
Okay.
So it's from different books, but they kind of compile them and be like, hey, this is our weekly to show you you know what I mean? So it's kind of like just having, it's like having the one channel that shows you, it's like having Netflix, where Netflix shows you all these episodes from all these different shows. You know what I'm saying? So you can access all these different shows through Netflix, and then if you want to go be like, well, I want to see the show after this. It's like, well, the updated seasons are on that channel if you want to go watch them, you know what I'm saying? But so that's kind of really the parallel between it. So just some of the issues on a monthly, you know what I'm saying? So
when you were at AJ's house, what were you drawing?
It was this dude Brooke. It's actually one of my favorite manga. It's called One Piece. Mm-hmm. Yeah, favorite manga and anime. You know what I'm saying? It's called One Piece, and this dude Brooke. He's a skeleton actually. You know what I'm saying? He's a skeleton. Shit. He's a musician. He had actually come back to life from the dead and shit like that. But yeah, no, I was just drawing him. You know what I'm saying? He had like on his turban and shit. Mm-hmm. He had like these little rock star glasses and shit. So yeah.
You ever like draw and create your own characters?
Who me? Man, I used to, man, and that's really and I have before, but nothing that was just like. No, I did. I had this. I thought about this morning too. It's funny. I used to have this character. His name was Chaos. His name was like he used to like.
Was it K?
Like no, just C. I just wanted the regular C. Yeah,
Chaos?
CHAOS. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what he was he was a werewolf. He had purple hair. He had purple hair and he was a werewolf. You know what I'm saying? And he used to be like Blade-esque. Like so he was just like a split between like Blade and Dante from Devil's May Cry. You know what I'm saying?
The coat.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he would have the coat.
So was he in his feral form the whole time?
Who?
Chaos.
Yeah. Okay. He was just more so in his human form, you know what I'm saying? Until like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he could it's like he could transform at will, but it was like he was stronger when you know what I'm saying, when the moonlight was out and shit like that. But it was like, but yeah, bro, like he was like, he was like a demon hunter and shit like that. So it was just like, so it was like, it wasn't like Blade, like where he was like a werewolf killing werewolves. It was like, it was just like a whole world of just like.
So would you say he was like an anti-hero?
Like yeah, pretty much.
Do you gravitate more towards anti-heroes or just like the heroes?
What's funny is I really like anti-heroes. I think I gravitate toward the heroes, but I like anti-hero stories. You know what I'm saying?
Any reason why?
So I want you. Them? I think more so because of the realism in it, and there's parts where it's just like just like I said, there's a conflict of consciousness, and that's the humanity in it. Because a lot of times we want to sit here and be like, there's a solution to the story, and there's something that's always it's like
gotta be this way.
Yeah,
you have to do it the right way.
And this is the no, that's not always the path that we choose, and that's not because even with Batman, that's why I really like Batman, because they feel like Batman is a superhero, but really Batman is a detective, and then Batman, even though as much as he wins. he loses a lot too. You know what I'm saying? Like just within his life and just within certain battles. You know what I'm saying? But he overcomes even still. You know what I'm saying? So he's that man that always finds a way. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it does come at a certain cost of a certain thing, or you know what I mean. So it's just that kind of truth to it, to where that's the reason why I like stuff like that, because it's like saying, like, if you read through some of Batman stuff, it's like, dang, dude, like, you know how fucking Joker beat fucking Jason ass and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Killed that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Yeah.
Jason, like...
You remember that? Yeah, when Joker, like, had the crowbar and he beat him to death. You remember that?
When was that?
You don't remember that? That was, what's his name? You don't remember that?
From a cartoon?
Yeah, no, that's in the book. Remember he was robbing and then, like, he beat this nigga to death, like, with the crowbar, like, he had him tied up in the basement and shit like that?
Wait. You said Joker beat Robin?
Yeah.
Who did you say before that?
Jason. Remember Jason?
Oh, I'm thinking Jason, like Freddy versus Jason. I was like, when did he fight Jason?
Oh, no. Jason,
okay,
Jason,
yeah. I didn't know his real name. That's what threw me off. I was like, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's some heavy shit.
Even some shit like that. And it was, what was it? It was inside of a dream. It was in something where he had come back to life and he was about to kill the Joker and Batman wouldn't let him kill the Joker. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, and it was just like, bruh, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, bro, I thought, he was like, look, I didn't give a fuck about nothing. I was willing to die for you, all that other shit. He said, and I don't care what you did. He said, I would have done anything for you. He was like, but for the fact that you won't kill this motherfucker because he killed me, that's what hurts me. It was just like a really emotional moment where he's like, bro, I'm your fucking Robin. And he killed me. You know what I'm saying? And then Batman was like, I can't. He was like, you don't think I want to kill this nigga? Like, it was just really a big human. Because he was like, you don't think I don't want to kill this motherfucker? He was like, but it's a thing where he's like, but if I kill him, he said, I have to give this up. He was like, everything that we fought for, everything that I brought you into, I have to give that up. He's like, because then from here forward, I can't continue to be who I am. I'm going to be killing motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
he doesn't kill.
It's a threshold. Yeah, it's a threshold. It's a breaking point. It's a continuity. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't stand strong in your principles, when you feel like this is justifiable for me to kill you now, then eventually it gets to a point where it's just like, you know what? I can't take it no more. Because think about it. It's not going to bring Jason back. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't going to bring him back and then you know what I'm saying? So it's a thing where it's like, when I do that, then I'm just a man of vengeance. Yeah. And after that, I'm just going to be that. Because guess what?
He would be the Punisher.
Yeah, after that, even after I killed Joker, I still wouldn't be able to get over the fact that I lost you. So then I would always deal with that, and then I wouldn't
continue to be able to take it out either, because Joker's dead already.
So I would take it out on everybody else the same exact way of feeling like this liberated me for some time and just feel like I took your life. So I have to, beating your ass ain't enough. I have to take you away, you know. So
who was the Red Hood?
Jason Todd.
He came back to life?
Yeah.
How?
I forgot if it was I wonder if it was the Lazarus Pit. I forgot if it was the Lazarus Pit or not.
Because I know Red Hood goes after Batman, right?
Yeah. So like they're like, Red Hood is actually like the anti-hero of like the whole shit. Yeah, so like he's really like the official anti-hero.
He's a killer,
he uses guns. Yeah, he actually uses guns. But who's
Nightwing?
That's Dick.
He's Robin
Dick
too.
Grayson. Yeah. So all these were Robins at one point, but they ended up graduating into their own roles and wanting to be like, no, this is my own personal. You know what I'm saying?
Still with the birds thing.
So Damian is the only one who is like still like the official Robin, and what's his name? What's our boy? Tim Drake. Tim Drake became. I think he was the Red Robin. So he was Robin, but it's like he wasn't Robin. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was his own. Like,
at a different time?
No. Like, all these guys were like their own guys at like these times. You know what I'm saying? Because all of them just grew up with. You know what I'm saying? They grew up with him at different points.
The very first one is Red Hood.
I believe so.
And then Nightwing's the second.
And then I believe Nightwing's the second.
That's as far as I kind of know. It's just past.
And then I think it was Tim, and then it was Tim, and then Damian's his actual son. So like Damian's is actually his actual blood son.
Who's his mom?
Taj. Taj Al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul's son. I mean Ra's al Ghul's daughter.
I don't know. Who's that?
Talia.
Wait. Isn't
Talia al Ghul.
that Superman?
Hmm?
Is she a crypt?
Do you remember watching Batman the third one? With Bane?
I have it vaguely. I wasn't too invested in that one.
To watch that again. But Talia al Ghul, that's Ra's al Ghul's daughter. You know, that's what I mean about the Lazarus Pit. The Lazarus Pit, you know, the Lazarus Pit bring people back to life and shit like that. Yeah.
Oh.
Like, yeah, so it brings you back to life, and it's like, it takes a part of your humanity away from you, type shit.
Oh yeah.
But I think he was a little bit superpowered after that too. Like he's got like more superhuman like reflexes.
Damn, Batman got a son.
Yeah. Damien's a smart ass.
You
bro.
think that would be
Damien's
like a good story that the DCU EU could do?
I believe so. I believe that's actually what it needs, because Damien, if you see like even the way that Damien is exactly who Batman is, but Damien is like such a like, he's fuck you to everybody. He's like, bitch, fuck you. Like, I'm smarter than you. Like, and he's exactly that. Like, and I can fight better than you. I can beat like damn near everybody's ass.
Was
like,
he raised like that by Bruce Wayne?
Well, no, he was raised like that by his mother. You know what I'm saying? Talia al Ghul, because they're the League of Shadows. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So the people who raised Batman and trained him to be who he is, you know what I'm saying? And Batman like actually beat them and surpassed them. Like, you know, he was in love with Talia while, you know what I'm saying? Like,
could he beat Batman?
Who? Damien? Nah, Damien can't beat as that. But he's smart enough that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like saying,
he
like,
wouldn't die like right off
like
the bat.
the sun shines on the dog's ass twice a day. So, you know, a couple of rounds, you know what I'm saying? He might pull through with something. You know what I'm saying? Because he's smart enough to where he's like he's
He'll
a kid.
probably learn how to fight his dad.
Yeah, long enough. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, it's No, yeah, that would be a good investment for them to do.
I would like to see that story. Sounds really intriguing.
Yeah.
For Batman, because you've
dynamic.
seen all the other shit, and it's like it's like in school, in grade school, and you have to go to history, and you like.
Why do we have to keep learning the same
over
same
like,
base lesson, the same
We've
prologue?
seen that Batman all the time, you know.
Yeah,
so
bro.
it's like,
just throw people in the midst of something dope, and then allow the storyline to be good from start to finish.
Yeah.
People don't care where you place them in the story, just as long as you do it well. That was the thing about the DC movie that they don't really understand, the pairing with Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that what you have to do is I get it. They didn't want to follow Marvel's format. They didn't want to start off with being like, hey, we got to start from Batman, Superman. Blah, blah, blah. What they did was they tried to start from a midpoint. Okay, we're going to put out Superman's origin, boom, Superman. Then you're going to put out Superman versus Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Because what was dope about it was the first original Superman, you know, when he was fighting Zod, he actually threw Zod into space.
Mm-hmm.
And on that first movie, he threw Zod into space, and then they hit a satellite. And then that satellite on it said Wayne Enterprises. Like you don't catch it until you kind of rewind the movie back.
Right.
So when all of that stuff fell down, that's what led into the Batman movie. So it's like that's where it was just like, what the fuck is going on? And then Batman sees all of this destruction happen, and these superhuman beings like fighting each other, running through towers and shit.
Problem.
So you know what I mean? So it's cool for y'all to set it up that way. I like that. You know what I mean? But when they did Justice League and how they did that was like, it's like, man, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a better script than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even trying to bring everybody together under one roof and to make them on just one, you know what I'm saying?
Whoa, 1 second. All right, we're back. Framing is a little different, but we're here. We're back. But anyway, we're talking about the DCU, and you were talking about the little Easter egg of like, ooh, Batman within the Superman, and the Justice League, and
how that kind of makes it a good lead for them to make an entire universe around it. And it's like, just like we were talking about being able to do the Batman with Damian and actually having him, because truth be told, okay, let's look at it like this. Even outside of Damian, we can start with Jason Todd, because they just fumbled and fucked it up. Boom, another Easter egg. That's in that was
I would
that
love
movie.
To see Red Hood too. Though.
It was that movie, I believe, that Batman versus Superman, where that's when he was talking to him, and he was just like, you know, him and Alfred were talking, and they were like, he was like, Batman said something to the effect of like, I'm tired of. He was like, I've already had enough with people, you know, dressed up like clowns, you know what I'm saying? You know, coming in the city and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And this was a reference to the Joker, because when he looked you know, when he said that, he turned around and looked, and then there was a bodysuit in a casing, and then across it was painting, and it said ha 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 ha. You know what I'm saying? And the bodysuit, if you pay attention, that's actually Robin's suit. Yeah. So that's the one that
this was in Justice League?
beat. Yeah, this was in Batman versus Superman.
Oh, really?
So these are little Easter eggs that they had stored in there that, just like saying, you wouldn't catch until if they came out with the rest of the series and you ended up seeing a Batman where it's like, oh shit, this dude got beat the shit out of. Like, and then like he got killed by the Joker, and then you go back to the first movie that's Batman versus Superman. You're like, wait, look at that suit. It says haha. That's his suit. They were predating, so that's what I mean. You can jump people into a story and it doesn't even fucking matter. We'll be cool with it.
That could have been such a good
series. But you fumbled the bag. You know what I'm saying? You fumbled the bag and you fucked it up. You tried to do all this extra stuff with it. Because even the apocalypse rollout and making all that's good, bro. I'm not mad at that. It's just the fact that you have to do that clean and you can't just sit here and just run into some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Apocalypse.
Because that's not Apocalypse. A Dark Side.
Oh yeah.
Dark Side. You know what I'm saying? They tried to put Dark Side in there. You know, so because even a lot of people, they were like, well, we were confused at why Flash was in, you know, Batman versus Superman. You know, when he came back and he was like, you know, da 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 da. He was like, you were right to be da 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 da. You warned us about him, and people were like, we don't get that. They didn't like the movie because they were like, that didn't make sense to us. But I'm like, this is the beauty of them starting the way that they're starting. Yeah. Because guess what? If I make movies after this, and then you can go back and be like, oh shit, I realized why that was that.
What do you think derailed that?
I mean, to be honest, Justice League. I think it's too much of people trying to keep up with other people instead of doing their own thing and identifying with their own audience and identifying with their depiction of what, you know. But it's like music. People focus too much on what works for other people and then try to imitate that because they're like, it works. Oh. So it's like that's the reason why they rushed Justice League and they tried to make it Avengers-esque, like we're coming together to defeat a greater evil. It's like, no, you could have. And then even Batman, he was doing like, they had him doing some dumb shit, like just even with some of his interactions where Superman came back to life and shit like that. He's like, man, I'm glad, man, I thought you hated me. And then Batman, he was doing this little awkward, like, well, I mean, I don't not hate you. Like, it was just trying to do that little quirky, humorous. Like, it's like, bro, leave that to them. Like, leave the darker shit
Batman
to DC.
Doesn't do that. Superman doesn't do that.
That's what I'm saying. Leave the darker, because the thing is I believe DC needed to dwell in their darker area. That darker arena with Superman, that first one, classic movie, bro. When you had to see that whole movie reminded you. It said Man of Steel. It just reminded you. It's just like Superman is not human. Like that's why when it showed that he was younger and stuff was happening to him, a dude would pour drinks on him. Like he was a grown ass man still. He was just like, he went outside. Then the dude, after he was drunk, he went outside to check on his truck and he was like, bro, what the fuck? He looked at his truck. It had all these light poles, you know, plugged into it and shit. It's like, it showed you. It's like Superman ain't above nobody. Like, he like, bro, that shit still make me angry just like everybody else. Yeah. I'm not from here. Like, I'm an alien. I look like y'all, so he has to continually try to choose a higher path, a higher purpose. Yeah. They should have stayed in the area, because even at the end with Zod, where Zod was like, hey, I'm going to kill these people. Yeah. What you going to do? And then Superman was just like, like, that was an emotional moment that it was just like, damn, like, whoa, it could have been a great series, bro. And then, just like I said, they kind of fumbled and fucked it up just because.
How do you feel about Ben Affleck just ditching? I'm so, like, I don't understand that. He was so adamant about, like, making the series and shit, and then to be the star and then just, like, drop mid, or just, like, in the beginning, it's like, what the fuck, dude?
Because you see the direction that things are heading in, bro. Because when you're in the production room and people are in talks and they're like, hey, so this is the way we're trying to move with the script, or this is the way we're trying to do this, or this is the way we're trying to do that, you're like, bruh, y'all not about to have me be Batman and y'all doing some dumb shit.
Oh, so
like
you
this.
think it was the, I don't know who DC, that their decisions kind of like made him be like, nah, and I thought I was going this way, but you guys are like actually taking it this way.
Because even just like saying, look at it, when you predated with Superman and the way that movie was a great movie. That was greatly executed. That was greatly just depicted and everything. And it was more of an emotional grab. Even when the dad died and shit, he like, oh shit, like he was just arguing with him, like, bro, like fuck you and shit like that. And he like, oh shit, get out, stay. And then like, he got a chance to show his powers to rescue him, but then he's like, no, I have to die. You can't reveal yourself yet. Like, you know what I mean? So he's like, I saved these people from da-da-da-da. Like, it was an emotional moment. So it's like, coming to that, you'd be like, oh, I'd be happy to be Batman, because if we're going to accommodate this, because Affleck is a great screenwriter. Affleck really is. You know what I'm saying? He has some good movies that are very boom. And when you think about The Dark Knight and think about that trilogy, you're like, okay, we're going to stay in this pocket of that emotional extract. We're going to have good action and shit like that, but we're going to make this something to where people can pull from it, a humanity from it. But just like saying, when you see that little quirky, it's not that I don't hate, it's like, all right, now y'all trying to make this something, and then you're rushing the content to where all of a sudden he's just trying to find these random people, and it's just like, man, like, you could have made it a better fluid.
Do you feel they're going to do anything with, like, are they going to continue to do Aquaman, The Flash, and Wonder Woman? Because, like, at this point, it's like, just restart. Like, everyone's going to give you this pass to restart.
The way I see it is restarting. The way I see it is here's what I would do personally.
Because I haven't seen Shazam, but I've heard Shazam was pretty popular.
They said Shazam was pretty nice. It was pretty decent. They said it was pretty nice.
You
so
think
I was
because
like,
they kind of followed Marvel with the humor?
I mean, well, because you got to think about character, like just like saying the continuity, like with the character. His stuff is more lighthearted anyway. I mean, it's Billy Batson, so it's like he's a kid anyway.
Same
you know what I'm saying?
Like
so
if
it's
they
not
do
like
the Flash, like he would be more lighthearted.
Pretty much, yeah. It would be more on the lighter side, but Flash, you would parallel it. I would parallel that to having more of a Spider-Man humor-esque. So not like more on the younger tip of now, but maybe with Andrew Garfield, like just along that line of like, you know what I'm saying? He's a smart ass. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a smart ass. You know what I'm saying? But it's still something that, you know what I'm saying, it can get like, oh shit, some perilous shit is happening. It's like, oh, it's a little bit heavy for Flash right now. Like he kind of getting his ass beat.
Flash is super dope though.
Yeah,
just that power he has.
Yeah,
like, man, so much potential.
So much.
Do you think? Okay, so like you know how DC or Marvel decided to start with Iron Man. Iron Man wasn't the flagship Marvel superhero, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like if DC went away from Superman, Batman, and focused on like the Flash or Aquaman, that there can be some type of rejuvenation for them? Because like, as a consumer, I'm watching these Marvel movies, and after one's done, it's like, damn, now we gotta wait however long for the next one. But if DC could capitalize and like fill those gaps with their own, with like clear direction, I think like there's a market for them.
It is.
You know, it's not like all Marvel. Like people want to see other superheroes and shit. You know.
Well, the issue is just like saying, bro, people have no creative concept to just walk within their own uniqueness. You know what I'm saying? Like just like saying, even with scripts, it's like because, bro, like you said, Iron Man isn't even the most ideal. He isn't even the most ideal Marvel Universe pilot character to start. You know what I'm saying? To jump everything off
He's
with.
He's just a human that's smart, like.
And he's in an iron suit. Like, motherfucker, where's Wolverine? You know what I'm saying? Where's back Spider-Man?
Where are the X-Men?
You know what I'm saying? Where's all the X-Men? You got all these other people. You could have started off with Thor. Thor's more exciting than that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like in the movies they nerf Thor so much because I feel like he should be so much more powerful than what the movies show. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, truth be told, like, the way I see it is I like the way he was depicted. He should be more powerful. I think they should have given him a moment to display that. Even with Hulk, I think they should give them moments. You know what I'm saying? But like just like saying going back to just like saying having him as the pilot, it brings that understanding. Here's the issue: it's too many fucking corporate people and not enough consumers in the room, in the corporate room. It's not enough people who just listen to just the common man and the common mass to say, bro, we don't want that shit. y'all are bringing us bacon double cheeseburgers and all this. Oh, we're bringing this back to the menu. But dude, we don't want that. We just want y'all to bring back chicken nuggets. Why are y'all avoiding chicken nuggets? You would have everybody inside your fucking restaurant if you just brought the fucking chicken nuggets back.
And that's what they want, not what you think they'll like.
And that's what people have. They have an issue with somebody just being like, "Hey, dude, we should start with Flash. We should start with the whole what we have this pitch." No, because people don't really know Flash. How many kids? But Superman and Batman, they're always they go. So we're gonna do a Superman. We're willing to invest in that. No, you need people who are willing to say, no. You know what? We're gonna go about this a little bit different. We're gonna start it around Flash, and then we're gonna start doing stuff to where when Flash finally learns of like what's going on with him at the end of his first movie or something like that. He ends up seeing something where there's like, boom, a nuclear bomb or something like that, or like the world's ending. So he's like, he ends up running and shit like that, and then he's running, and then he ends up going into the past, and then like from that point, like he has to figure out. So then the second movie comes out, and then he's like in the past trying to figure out like, bro, what the fuck happened here? As he does that, then he's starting to realize like, oh shit. That's when we get to meet like the Batmans.
I think Flash has so much more potential for I didn't even think about the time travel aspect, but he can go through walls, he can go back in time, go in the future, you know, like, run around the world, run across water. Like what else do you need in a superhero? Yeah. Other than that, like even if he's not like super strong, he has fucking momentum. Mm-hmm. He can bust through a building and be like human strength type shit, you know, just because all that power that he has. I mean, and
then like, bro, it would be something like this, like just like I said,
I would love to be the Flash.
Yeah, just fucking dope. And even phasing through shit.
Yeah, dude. Go through your heart.
Yeah, bro.
Here you go.
Or even like that's what he was like. He had what was it? I read one where he was basically out in his door, and his girl was out like outside the door, like talking to him. She ain't seen him in a minute. She was like, you know, I love you and stuff like that. He had just got done back from fighting somebody. He was like, bruh, they shot me. So like he had like the bullet hole, he had the wound, like he had a bullet hole inside him. So he had to get the bullet out of him. So he was trying to phase through himself. But the thing is he has super healing. So the hole is closing up and everything's closing up all the while. So it's like I have to do this fast. I have to keep a steady hand, but like I'm bleeding the fuck out right now. But I'm healing at the same time. But it's just like, and then she's talking to me on the other side. So he's like, fuck, like I'm trying to answer you, bitch. Like, it's like be quiet. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he gets the bullet out. He's like, ah. He's like, oh my gosh, like, you know what I mean? Like, so she walks away. She's like, I guess you're not here and shit like that. So and then like, he like, yeah, like, cause he has super metabolism. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has hyper metabolism. So that's the reason, like, he eats a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and that's why he stays young too. Like, because it's just like, yeah, you know what I mean? So like, all that goes together. Like with like him being like super fast is like, yeah, man. Like he heals very quickly. So like even like you can break his leg and like his leg will heal in like 30. Yeah. Like, so yeah, man, he has a lot of potential. They could have done something to that esque. Like, first movie, he has his whole super villain, and next thing you know, you're like, okay, it's something simple. And then the world's ending. Next thing you know, you're like, you know, it's the end of like, you know, and something preludes to it somewhere in the movie, but you're just like, bro, what the fuck is going on at the end credits? And then, like, somebody died, and he just starts running, and then next thing you know, like, you just see him, like, gone. Yeah. And then they bring it back, like, a year later to where trailer, and you're like, oh shit, Flash is back, and then it's just like, but then it shows that he's like maybe 10 years before, and then it's just like, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, like a year before, 2 years before, some shit, and then it's just like, wait, and then he's just like, bro, what the fuck was, you know what I mean? Like,
if you were able to time travel, would you go ahead or behind?
I would go.
And where? And why?
I would go back.
Let's give you 2 times you can go back. If you can go back 2 times.
I'll be honest with you. If I could go back, I'd go back and it's funny.
Cause for me, like, I would make one go back for like some time in my lifetime, maybe something to change or some shit. True. And then another one would be just like a moment in history that I can go back to and just like actually see with my own eyes. Probably like ancient Egypt or something, like the pyramids in its glory. I've always wanted to see something like that, you know.
See, I would go back to myself in a certain time, just like you said, to tell myself a certain thing, but also I put money on the game. I'd be on some Back to the Future shit.
With the almanac. Boy.
I give myself all the information to be like, look, these are the keys. It's like, nah, look, I'm telling you, it's just like you will destroy your life if you're not frugal, and it's just like, I would, you know what I'm saying? I would put myself in check of being like, no, keep your mind on the right path. To where it's just like, I'm from the future, so you're gonna have to listen to me. Then it's just like, okay, well, let me be good with my shit. So it's like, yeah, bro. It's like invest, but invest wisely. It's like be very creatively conscious. You know what I'm saying? And make sure that you stay to your purposes. It's like that's what I'm telling you. That's that's where I would go.
And then imagine going back to normal time. Everything changes. It would probably change either way. If you were frugal, you'd be well off. If you didn't decide to listen to yourself, you'd be like, fuck. Let me go back one more time, shit.
Yeah. Fuck the second trip.
I'm going right back.
Yeah, I'm going right back to this shit.
Be like, listen to what the fuck I got to say.
Hey. It shows like this. It goes back to the scene. It'd be like, I talk to myself, and then it's like, okay, I leave, and then he walks for like 3 seconds, and then
come back again.
That motherfucker, you just bullshit.
I know what you were thinking. I seen the future.
Yeah, it's like this is my second time coming back. When I come back again, that's your ass.
Yeah, for real.
That's when it's like, okay, like he's serious. So, no, yeah. I mean, if it was the second time, no. If it was the second time and I had it to be free, let me see. That's so weird. I mean, well, it's not weird. I guess I would go back to like I would want to live within a certain time period, just enough time to just experience like what that time was like, and be like, this is, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of
period. Because like, think about this nowadays. Like when you're young, it's easy to be like, oh, I want to see the dinosaurs. Oh, I want to do this. But now you're older, you're like, well, back then they had a lot more oxygen, so everything was bigger. Mice, rat, all probably gonna be the size of us.
Yep.
On top of that, you got these big ass mosquitoes.
Yep.
You got tar pits. You got fucking random ass dinosaurs.
Yep.
You got shit that we've never been exposed to because it's prehistoric diseases or whatnot.
Yep.
Who knows? Like, you might just trip one day and then boom, you fucked.
Yep.
And then like,
or you just be sitting there just chilling, and a spider comes like the size of a fucking house, and then just pick your ass up and then
and then that changes the course of of the future. Like, dogs become us instead. Like, dogs will be walking humans.
That should be crazy.
Butterfly effect.
Somebody showed a video of like, it was in an alternate universe somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
There's like all these bottles kicking humans, and not humans kicking bottles. Like that video where it's like it's been kicking them bitches.
Right.
That's why I was like, that's very true. I was like, somewhere in an alternate universe.
But yeah, so where would that time frame be? All right, and how long? You said you want to stay for a while and get the experience. Like, what would be a good time frame on that?
I want to say the 90s, low key.
That's it? Just back to the 90s?
But I know but it's such a vast question, because I could even say the early 2000s and into, into a certain point, and it would be dope. But then I can say it's a lot of time. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of things that you could enjoy at certain moments. But then it's like thinking so much of the conditions that were around that time.
Right.
And being like, so.
All right, if I had 3,
yeah,
I think I would want to be late teens to early 20s in the 80s. So I think that would have been fucking fun.
Yeah.
Because there's not technology. Like, everyone lives in the moment.
Yeah.
The PC culture wasn't around yet, so you can be yourself. You can be unapologetically you. And like in the 90s was that a little bit. It started to trail off when the 2000s came, and 9/11 happened, so everyone was like on their tiptoes, and then social media popped off, and like everyone became super sensitive. But back then, it's like you see Terminator 2, how the kid was, John Connor. Yeah. How that kid acted was the personification of that time frame. Yeah. And I would like to enjoy that as a younger adult, to just be like free.
Yeah, that was my thing too. Just being in the young adult space. What's funny is I would even sit there and be like, I'd go back to just 2008 to 2000, during that whole period. And then
that's like 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Over 10 years ago?
Yeah.
That's a mind fuck for me right there.
Yeah.
You think about when we started this shit with the Arnetic, that was 2011.
Yeah.
It feels like ages ago. But it's not even 10 years yet.
And it don't feel like ages ago at the same time.
Yeah.
But it really does. You know what I'm saying?
That's a trip.
Yeah, it's just time, bro. Like, it's funny. This shit is like, it's like so not linear. It's just such an experience. You know what I mean?
You think is it universally like that now because of society, or is it because we've gotten older to be able to comprehend and be exposed to things?
We'll definitely be able to comprehend it, because when we were younger, we didn't have a concept of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when we looked at our teachers, think about it. Our teachers back then didn't look anything like the way that our teachers look to, you know what I'm saying?
For the most part, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because teachers back then, our teachers looked fucking 40, 50, 60 and shit. But guess what? The ones in high school now are 28, 29. You know what I'm saying? And they're teaching the ones that are that are freshmen that are sophomores. You know what I'm saying? And then we're all, so it's just, we didn't have a concept of life. Even with a lot of us who, like, especially if you're a single child, you don't really get that concept. But it's just like,
I was a single child.
You know what I'm saying? But even with being, if somebody had a younger or older brother, people who are this much closer in age, like if it's like a year or two, it's just like, okay, I can see that we're still clearly, you know what I mean? But a lot of people, they have those older brothers, but when you're 7 years older, it's just like, it seems like, whoa, you're old. You're old. Until you realize just like, bro, we turned 30. I have what was it? Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett turned 60. Angela Bassett's still fine as all shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, still her body's fit. Face looks great. Like, her face looks 40. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's just like, you're 60 though. Yeah. Now, I haven't even turned 30 yet. 30 is a whole 30 years away from 60, bro. That's 30 years.
That's a whole year.
30 years.
A whole year lifetime.
A whole nother lifetime that I just lived up to 30 just to get to this point. And guess what? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, it'd be like, oh, let's say, oh, your death date is 82. Bro, that's a whole 22 years from 60.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's more than my lifetime that I've lived left.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just kind of a thing where when you start to really conceptualize the entirety of it and not just the angle from which you've been looking from, you can see that, damn, okay, like, it's just like I said, it's not because that's just how it's like, it hasn't always been. It's just really just because we've only seen things through a certain light at certain ages. But until you grow and you're able to see more and, you know, be around more adults, you know what I'm saying, live more of life and understand, like, damn, bro, 5 years, you'd be like, damn, I've been on this earth for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but 1 second. I'm going to stop this because I'm not sure exactly when. All right. But yeah, like what you were talking about, the whole, if you have a brother that's 7 years older than you think they're hella old type shit, right?
Yeah.
So my first girlfriend, I was like 18, just turned 19, and she was 25. So she was 7 years older than me.
Yeah.
And I could tell that there was an age gap based off of generational presentation of themselves, because she was kind of like more of an adult than I was, so she had been in that world for longer than I have. Yeah. And back then, like early 2000, 2004, 2005, 6, whatever, that gap was a lot more prevalent, because that separation of an adult and like a young adult or teenager was a lot more in stone than it is now. Yeah. Because social media and like everyone's chasing to be younger, or just like being able to continue to be or feel young, you know? So like I'm 33, but like a lot of people think I'm like 10 years younger than I am. But that's just like society nowadays. It's like, oh shit, like you've got that age tag number on you, but that doesn't necessarily mean like you're old anymore. It's
been a misconception. It's just like, what all we've done is, as you said, it's a tag. What we've done is we've just tried to place this idea and this understanding of this is who you are at these ages, when it's not true. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like when you're 40 or when you're 30, don't you have a family you should be taking care of? No.
Wasn't Jay-Z the one that was like 30's the new 20? Or Remember when that saying came out?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I was like early 20s. I was like, what the fuck?
And I'll be honest with you, I haven't always thought that. I'm gonna take it back. But when I got to a certain age, when I was like maybe 25 or so, I started to understand. I was like, I said, bro, because when you get it, like you have to think about life, bro. So much of your life is spent in school that you don't really know anything about life. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You get all the way to 18, now it's time to get out and experience life.
That's when life starts after high school.
Whether you don't even go to college, now you're working full time. So now you have to experience life. Because we taught you how to read a fucking book. We taught you how to take a test. But nobody taught you how to sit here and deal with a coworker who you fucking hate. Who every single time they're always on your case. Nobody taught you how to dealing with people. And that's something that going to college and being able to be living on campus, that's what that teaches you. That was the beauty of it. It's teaching you how to interact with humans, like have a workspace, and a communal workspace. You know what I'm saying? And go to class with people and still handle your responsibility. It teaches you this mini world of
social
life.
Aspect of college was actually what I got most out of it. Like I didn't really learn too much other than like architecture pertaining classes or my art, whatever. But like I didn't learn too much within college as far as the institution. I learned social behavior more so.
Exactly.
You know, so that's why I don't discount like going to college, because you get that I think necessary real life introduction. Yeah. But still kind of monitored, but more free. You know, so that's why I appreciated my time in college. But like as far as getting something out of it,
whatever
career wise, like I realize it's more of them trying to keep you in as long as possible to get more money out of you. Because like I was in architecture, but I was having to take these fucking classes, these core classes that had nothing to do with my major. So I didn't focus on that because I was like, this is stupid. Why? You know. But it's a requirement to be able to get that degree that is supposedly going to get you hired or whatnot.
See, and the funnier part about that is, bro, is notice that some people don't even get to learn the lesson of who they are. This is the reason why we're living in the day and age where you see where people are on IG and a lot of this stuff, and they're really trying to get in their bag and, you know, really, that's why certain people, they watch motivational, like, videos every single day. Yeah. There's some people who need that, bro. And there's no knock to them. But I'm saying they need that. You know why? Because they don't understand. They haven't been born with that fundamental of having how to have that interdisciplinary, like, urgency. You know what I'm saying? Like, it becomes a thing of, I need to see something that strikes something within myself. Because, to be honest, bro, that's taught. That's instilled and that's taught. It's also born within you, but that's something that's instilled and it can be taught as well. But it's taught at a young age. That's the reason why you have young boys, when they go into football and shit like that, and all of them are playing sports, they learn an idea of go get it. They learn the idea of, I need to be active. I need to be out here. I need to make sure. Yeah, they get that confidence of being able to work and being able to be like, no, I have to have fire in me. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? And then always working out. That's why they're always working out, because it's something that's been instilled in them since they were younger to be like, no, there's work to be done. There's exertion to be had, because there's so much in you. You know what I'm saying? It's seeing that within themselves. So I was just saying all that because it's like, just in this time that we live in, bro, like, a lot of us, you just have to have that within yourself to, like, just bring it out and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just to be like, okay, like, I gotta get this shit, like, every single fucking day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was something that it was a point that I was trying to get to, too. My mind keep going blank low key, because it'd be a good point that we get to. Yeah. But yeah, I was just thinking, I'm just saying, like, just all in all, just, like, with having that, I was saying that for it was something that you had said that I was just really you had drove me to sit here and say something. You drove me to say something. It was really important.
Pertaining to what?
It was just really there we go. Okay, just about our youth. You know what I'm saying? And then just like saying, being in school. You'll end up being in school. Oh, just like saying, some people don't even get that opportunity to grab that base of understand. Oh, I get that instilled within me. I go through the life and trials and tribulations of understanding who I am, maybe some of the emotions that I go through. No, all your life, and then even after you get out of doom, let me go to college, and then let me stuff my main focus in my face with assignments, with tests, with trying to achieve a degree. And you're doing so much of that you never have any time to do any internal searching. You never, people don't. That's the reason why people get to a point, and then guess what? All the while in college, you're drinking and shit, and you're smoking and shit too. You're never really learning yourself. You're just learning to be like, I have to make the grade. You know what I'm saying? But not knowing.
Trying to fuck the girl.
And just like saying, and that stuff is just really
the freedom that you get.
Yeah, but nothing really brings you to a peace of mind. That's why a lot of people, when they get out of college, they be like, I think I want to go back to college. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm used to that. I don't know anything else.
They don't, just like, and that's what I'm saying. They don't have a drive for any, they don't know themselves to know that there is a purpose to what they're putting it to. Because at that point, I'll be honest, bro, if I did real estate, bro, I know what I'm going to do with real estate. I know how I'm going to flip this. You
sounded just like that meme when you said, bro, my bad, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You were like, bro. And I was like, whoa. You did it perfectly. But yeah, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? I would know how to, I'm going to flip that and put that into into whatever I'm doing. Even if it was just like, okay, I'm going to flip houses, get enough money. I'm going to do this to make sure I'm buying enough. I'm going to get all this property. So guess what? I'm going to get this property. Yo, my boys, bam. I know that we're creative guys. So guess what? I'm going to make something to where I'm going to try to flip property and be able to get enough to where, hey, maybe I can make sure that all of us are within the communal space so that if we need to get all our, like we're doing right now, shit on, we have property value, we have, we have, you know what I'm saying, we have equity, all of that shit. Like, it's just different ways of being able to brainstorm and being able to be like, oh, how do I make all this go back? But I'm going to keep going back to school, though. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna keep spending money to be in debt, to pay y'all back. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that work? Why am I keep doing? No, I'm not going to keep going back. So that's really what I'm saying. It's just like, it's a thing of having it within yourself. Because if you do enough years of that, bro, you'll be 24, 25, 26 trying to get that head start of understanding who you are. And when you're 26 sitting here trying to figure who you are, and then you got people posting on, because, bro, I've had several people that I've known from college. And I mean, even high school, who they've made posts about it, bro, being like, man, I was working this good job and I was working this, but they were like, but I was pissing it all away. I was unhappy. You know what I'm saying? They were like, yo, I was drinking and going to da-da-da-da-das every week because they had no internal drive to do anything. So you're making a bunch of money, working for whatever the fuck.
You're being happy in your position.
But it's just
happy. But
they don't have it, and it's like it's an emptiness.
Not happy, but comfortable. You're just comfortable because the change scares a lot of people, you know, and the risk. Because like, with you and the school situation, like we had kind of discussed, like how it was like taking more of your time than you needed it, and then you let it go, and then like I see you now, and you're just like focused, and you're going on the path that you need to go on. Yeah. And I was the same way with my old job. Like I was wasting years because I was comfortable and I was scared to change, but then when I let it go, you know, all this shit just started to snowball into what it is now, and like. If I would have never took that chance, or if you would have never took that risk, all this would not be at our fingertips right now. Like it would be there, but it would be further away. You know. And
this is why I see that when they 30s is 20s is the new 30s. That's why I bring it to or 20 or 30s is the new 20s. Yeah. I see it as that, and I don't see it as that. I just see it as just like saying our minds have been loosed of this stereotype of a perspective. Because the way I see it is all 20s is just our glorified teenage years. You know what I'm saying? They're just our next level. Because just like I said, you don't get to know who you are until you're 18, and you think that just because I'm at 18, I'm an adult now. No, bro.
Nah, not even.
Half of these people still ain't had enough sex or even been in a real relationship. Like, that's why I tell people, I'm like, bro, don't tell me you've been in a real relationship and don't mention high school. Unless you've been in some real shit in high school where you're like, no, me and this girl were spending every day together. Yeah. We were going to football games together. We were doing that. I'm like, okay, I understand that. Yeah. But a majority of people prior to that, you haven't had a real relationship where you actually have to, yo, I'm taking this girl out. Yo, I'm investing time in her. We're legitimately
we're not
dating.
Just going to chill as a date.
Like
there's a courting process.
I'm pursuit exactly. I'm in pursuit and shit. Yeah. So when you finally get that experience and trying to balance that and balance working, that's what it's like to have a real life experience. But when you have that, when you've never had that, understand all of this is these 20s is just your beginning years of understanding. Like, hey, you're still premature. Yeah. But these are the premature years to where you're an adult, but now you have to get on these training wheels. You're still on training wheels. You thought you were off it. just because now you're legal and now you're no. You still don't know what the fuck is going on because you don't know how to handle credit. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how housing works. You know what I'm saying? You still fucking up with being able to have some type of financial stability and understanding how to even budget your own shit and even budget your vices or whatever. So we're still going through so much of a learning period that I don't think that 30. Oh man, I'm getting old. Might want to hang it up. What do you mean, bro? Like I was just legal at 18. 21, I was just able to start drinking. You're telling me 9 years later, oh, you better hang it up, brother. Right. But I'm supposed to live till 70? What you mean?
So like that takes me back because I've been telling you about. So I feel like sometimes his mannerisms and stuff make him like Dwayne Wayne off a different world. But no. Think about it, because I was watching the very last episode, and Whitley had gotten pregnant, and Dwayne had got a job offer in Japan, and she was like, "Oh my God, I'm only 24." I was like, "Bro, 24? That's what you wanted. You know, you wanted to." And like the other girl, Kim, she was about to get married. She was probably like 23. I'm like, what? Yeah. Was that how it was back then? Like in the early 90s and shit? Like you're trying to find someone to live your life and whatnot. But like nowadays it's like, no. I even tell some people that are younger, like 19, 20, like that relationship probably won't last. Because you're going to be exposed to so much more. And why would you limit yourself at that age? Because you don't even know what you want yet. You think you know. And you're in a situation that you might be fudging your perception of it because be like, oh, that's what I want. But in reality, you don't know because you haven't been exposed to that great dude over there or this piece of shit over here to know what you don't want type shit, you know?
And truth be told, even in enough sense of like you being honest within your own self and your own right as a person. Like, because a lot of stuff we bring on ourselves. That's why we be like, oh, this is such a shitty person. This is a shitty ordeal we went through. It's like, but bruh, the signs were there that y'all really shouldn't have been banging like that. But it's a thing where we override those instructions because, like saying, I'll keep it on some G shit. Sometimes, whether it's the dude or the girl, sometimes y'all getting together because you look good to me. And I want to spend time, I want to chill, and I want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? And then you want to have that intimate moment with them, which is cool. You want to chill, you want to laugh, but you don't get that. It's just like, bro, even if you want to do that, you shouldn't really be kind of doing with this person. Y'all cool to be friends, because when you start actually talking to that person, finding out their psyche or finding out how they move, you realize like, damn, though, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like, you don't like a way a person, oh, well, damn, she just be on her phone all the time, but she be texting me super slow and shit like that. It's just like, so yeah, you like me and now we're together with each other, but I hate that about you. I hate that you don't do that. You know, right. Or I hate the fact that, you know what I mean? Like, you know, even with a girl, like, I hate the fact that you chill at the house all the time. I want you to take me out. I want you to be able to, you know what I mean? Like, I got a homegirl where that was her. She was like, you know, I've been with a dude that I like. You like, I liked him for a while, but that's because that was the only thing she had ever saw. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, yo, and it's been years. She was like, yo, we've been dating 3 years and he hasn't taken me out on a date once. She was like, you know, I've never been kidding me? Like taking me out on a date and been, you know what I'm saying, been anywhere. And I was just like, real? He was like, yeah. She was like, every time we do, she was like, it's like, you know, he brings his friend or, you know what I'm saying? They like, you know. So it's just certain things where just like saying, like sometimes we put ourselves in a predicament with people to where if you spend enough time with people, if you spend enough time, like you're saying, like take your time. If you take enough of your time, you'll realize and have enough time to sit there and say, be like, you know what, even though you're cute, nah, we should just,
you know, cool. Like, I think about that a lot as I get older because I'm not out trying to, like, I'm not chasing skirts anymore.
Exactly.
When I was young, it was, like, pretty much to see what
you can finesse.
What I can get. And then, like, what's the difference between the girls? And in reality, like, it comes down, like, all the, like, fucking, like, that's all the same. Like, you're always trying to get a busted nut. They all got titties. They all got ass. They all got
exactly.
But to have that connection that you were talking about, that one-on-one time, that whatever, you need to be able to invest enough time to know the person. Because that's why I don't fuck with a lot of girls. Because I'm like, what? I'm going to have to invest so much time in you. And a lot of girls I like are usually younger than me because the girls my age or our age either got a kid,
fired off,
or they got some dude that they've been fucking with for a long time that's like
in between on the fence.
And on top of that, like, on the flip side, they can be somewhat intimidating because if like they're single and they're at this age, hopefully they're at a point where they're like monetarily stable to keep themselves, above water. And then with me, like, being an artist, like, side note, I don't think like today you can really be a starving artist because there's just so many avenues to expose yourself. So like even having like how we do, like we have day jobs and shit, like we have to do stuff. So like being a starving artist is kind of like just being lazy, Oh, I don't want to do this because this is what I'm doing. Like I do my art, but anyway, like you got to make sacrifices and shit.
I know what you
mean.
But
like I'm not able to support. I'm barely able to support myself and my dogs. I cannot afford to go out with the girl. 1, I don't have the time. 2, I don't have the funds. And 3, I don't want to waste her time and her energy and her emotions and shit. And it's just like you get to a point where you realize if you want something to last, if you want something worth something, you can't just take something and expect that to be good. You have to like, do some reconnaissance. You have to, have to play the field. My mom was like, date a whole bunch of people so you know what you want, know what you like, type shit. Yeah. It's not necessarily all physical because, like, the physical is going to happen regardless. Well, not regardless, but like if it works out, exactly. you're gonna get physical. So that shouldn't even be in your mind. Like, what you should be trying to figure out is like, am I gonna be happy waking up to this person like next month?
Yeah, it's never about who you go to sleep with. It's about who you wake up to.
Yeah. And so like with that mentality, I don't date. Like I'm so busy with my creative journey, and on top of that, like I need to be able to make myself happy and in a good place to where I can be like, okay, I can spread my love to someone that's gonna reciprocate it.
And see, here's what I told myself. And that's what I realized the other day. I've been talking a little bit today. And the funny part about it is like here and there, I've been interacting like with certain girls and doing little things. And one thing I just realized, I was like, it's not that I don't have time for a relationship. I need a time. I need a relationship that's not solely dependent on me. As a man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it's not that I don't have time. I have time to take you out on a date. I have time. That's one thing.
Or I will make time.
Yeah. Because even I had this girl that I was talking to just like, even recently where it was just like, yo, we were just kind of kicking it. And that's really what it was. It was like, yo, I want to kick it. No pressure. I was like, but I want to get to know you. You know what I mean? I told her, because I understand myself at this point. I said, look, I'm interested in you. Mm-hmm. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to get to know more about you. I was like, so I'm always cool with us even kicking it. I said, and yes, I'm physically attracted to you. I said, but those two alone by themselves, they're not a romantic thing. I was like, so I'm not saying that I like you and I want to take you out and blah. I'm not trying to be Mr. Boyfriend right now. Mm-hmm. I was like, now, that doesn't mean that I'm not trying to move toward that. I'm interested in you enough of you. I'm cool with heading in that direction. Let's do, you know what I mean? I said, but let's take our time because we don't want to burn ourselves out and trying to pretend something is what it is and when it really ain't.
Or you don't want to ruin something that is what it is.
And then I'm saying we don't have to be dishonest about what we feel. I'm like, yo, I am attracted to you. So it's not a thing of like, I just want to be your friend. It's just like, no, I mean, I'm cool with kicking it with you. But let's just take our time. Man, I think it's, dealing with women, like, that's my personal thing, having dealt with the women that I've dealt with personally. I know how people try, they don't want to generalize it.
Bryce Genre hates women. Nah, just kidding.
No, but just in my experience, is a thing where it's like people start asking for things that they can't reciprocate. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, just being like, I want you to call me more. So it's like, yeah, I call you, blah, 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 blah. And then it becomes a thing of like, why don't you call me? I do call you. So then it's just like, now when we keep talking about that, now I have to talk to you. Okay, well, you don't call me. And then when you have to have that face-to-face of consciousness, and that's one thing with me and her, it was a thing where whenever we got back to this point, I just wanted to chill. I was like, we could just keep being cool. But she was in a conflict of like, I want more, but I am cool with what we're doing. But then when you would ask for more and then you're telling me things, but then it's like you're kind of condemning me in the front to be like, give me more because you're not caught. It's like, well, no, now I have to say no. Well, if we want to, since we're on topic, you don't call me. Now it's a thing of like you have to face with the thing that you know. So a lot of that was going on for a time to where she was just like, I'd rather just be, doing my own thing. And I'm like, Mom, that's fine. I was like, but this is why I took things at the pace that I did them before. I was like, that's why I told you that originally, and why I kept trying to keep tabs on you, like, hey, I'm not trying to put that type of pressure on you to be like, hey, you gotta call me every, but it's just emotions and different things. So I don't hold anything against her with that. I was just like, but that was my whole point position with her. It's like you have to take your time. I was like, because when you start allowing your emotions or certain things to get ahead of yourself, you know what I'm saying? Then you start, you know what I mean? Like you start realizing, like, because any relationship, every relationship you get into, every single relationship you get into, you get very one-sided with your mind. So now it's always what they did. You see what? Nah, bro. You know why y'all got into that argument? Yeah, she yelled at you, but it's because you weren't washing the dishes. Because why? You were just chilling at home all day, and you were chilling at home all day. But
tell me what she did, but what did she do? What did you do to make
But bro,
her
I was gonna get the dishes. No, bro. If it's an 8 hour, if it was an 8 hour period, bro, the dishes should have been washed. She's not, and it's like you would feel the same. So it's about going through those times and those growing pains to understand, like, damn, what is my role to play? Yeah. Who am I in a relationship? And as you said, what I like, what I don't like, what I do and don't like about myself. Am I actively changing it so that I can be in a better position? Me, I'm in that place to where I can be that for a person. But I can't allow you to be solely dependent on me because, as you're saying, we're so immersed in our creative journey that I don't have time to... I see it like this, bro. What I learned with my parents, seeing them being married for so long and then, like, even being with them and just living in the house with them and just being able to see what a marriage is, I loved it. I love it. And I told my mother this a couple years ago because I was like, I think like a year ago, I was like, this is teaching me what a marriage truly is. When you're younger, you have a perception of a marriage because you're younger, trying to look at, is this what love is?
Right.
But what that taught me is like, man, through a grown man's lens, I'm looking and being like, man, it's really about, it's not about, we're going to go out. It's about who you come home to every day, bro. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Y'all want to go out and do all this stuff. That's why even sometimes when it's about chilling, no, it's not even just about chilling. I just want to hide you in it. No, sometimes really it's just about I want to be able to spend intimate time with you. I have downtime, and I don't want to go anywhere, but I want to spend time with you in that time. Yeah. Trust me, I could spend this downtime alone. Right. I could easily drink and then just sit in front of the TV and sit by myself or play video games, sit by myself, sit in the crib, write by myself, being like, you know what I mean? It's like, but when it's like, no, but I want my intimate comfort zone to be filled with you. And it's not just sex. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's about, we get something to eat, we just chill. So that's the thing that I learned. It's like being married, that's what that's about. It's not about, no, it's about who can you come home to and really just, let's watch our favorite episodes and then just
be comfortable.
Yeah. So that's the thing where I understand. I need somebody who's my equal. I need somebody who's on their equal journey and we support each other. And then understand that doesn't mean that I'm giving 50% and you giving 50. No, we're gonna give 100. Some days you may lack. Some days you got low. We all have low spirit days. We all have some days where it's just we're a little bit drained. Or some days we don't want to talk as much. You know what I'm saying? Love makes up for that. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I cannot be the perpetual person to counterbalance every single thing that you don't. You know what I mean? Yeah. I can't do that on a regular basis. I can't be that guy to take you out 5 times a week because you know some of these nights you need to be like, 4 nights a week. If I do come over, we just chilling. And then next week, guess what? Next weekend we're gonna go out and we're gonna go out somewhere real special. Cool. Yeah. Because you want to be here and you want to be intimate and you want to talk. We don't have to go out to a fucking restaurant to be seen. You know what I mean? Right. Girls like that stuff and that's cool. I would love to do that. You know what I'm saying? If I adore you, I want to be out with you. But like saying, I can't have your appreciation factor be dependent on things like that and me doing things like that. I need you to know.
That's more for like other people to see. Oh, I'm in a relationship.
Taking a story of the food and shit.
Yeah.
You know,
it's just like, that's.
You need a girl who
Unnecessary.
understands. Yo, Johnny, I understand you got your production shit going on. You know what, Johnny? I got my little shoe shit too. I got my little designs that I'm doing, or I'm a makeup artist. So shoot, do you need it? If you have any girls over, tell them that I can do free makeup.
I would love to find a girl that could work and build with me.
You know, and that's the point of the equal, bro. That's the point of it. Not having somebody to where it's always like I say it straight up. I can't be your dad and your boyfriend at the same time.
Right.
I can't.
Right.
I can't.
Right.
Where it's like you having temper tantrums because you ain't eating. Like that's a lot of that shit. It of what people describe relationships to me is like in the idea of it. I'm gonna be honest, bro. It sounds like I'm just taking care of a kid. It just sounds like I'm taking care of a kid. Where you throw temper tantrums because I ain't had no food, so now you catch an attitude. So now I gotta go get you food, and then it's just like whenever you crying, I have to figure it out. So even if you don't know how to communicate, I have to keep picking at you to be like, what's wrong? What's wrong?
Nothing.
And then now all of a sudden, but then when I leave you alone and let you be to your devices, now you're crying. It's like, what is wrong? What's wrong? Speak.
Communication is key.
Yeah, so
paramount.
You need somebody that's on point with you. Like saying, if we lack or we have certain things, it doesn't mean you have to be perfect on all cylinders. No, but you have to be somebody where your heart and your mind is in the right place and you're active with your hands enough to be like, you know what? I'm doing the best that I can with what I have. I'm trying to grow. I may have these things that are issues with me. We all have a past. We all have things we're trying to get over. But when you can intimately spend time with somebody and be like, dang, I like you. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's why I'm going to be honest with you, bro. That's been my thing. I was like, I don't remember the last time I've sat here and been like, damn, I like you. Like just, and like you remember that feeling? Like that feeling of like, bro, like, I like her. Like, no, I actually want to hit her up and just be like, I don't want to like blow up her line, but I low-key do. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I just like her. I just want to see what's up with her. I just want to know. Like, I don't remember the last time I felt like that.
Dog, I
like,
just as you were saying about that, like, I don't either. Like, the last girl I dated, not really. The last girlfriend I had, not really.
It's like you're trying to get out of your way to be like, okay, I see things that I do like about you.
Yeah.
But to feel that, like that fire, like, damn, like, I just want to check you out. I just want to, you good? Yeah, no,
I want you to be in my life. I want you to talk to me. I want you to be with me.
So it sucks because I'm at a dilemma with that where it's like, do you wait for that? Or is it a thing where you kind of, just like we're saying, maybe you invest in certain things and then you build between it? Because that was the issue I had. One of my exes, she was like, I feel like you could love anybody. And that sucked for me because it was like, it's weird. It's called a cliche, but I'm not even a guy where I'm like, yeah, one true love. It's not even about one true love, but it's just like, it's something special when it's just about like, yo, there's something special between us. You know what I'm saying? That you can't get from everyone else.
Because I'm the same way too. Like, I feel like I could love anyone. Maybe that's what is keeping us from actually being able to obtain that feeling of, oh, I want to be with you type shit, instead of like, I don't know, just like a false sense of that, Because
yeah.
Like, when was the last time that I felt like that?
When was the last time you felt bubbly? Just like, oh my gosh, like, bro, I literally can't stop thinking about this girl. Like, I literally can't stop thinking about this girl. And I'm like, I'm geeked. You know what I'm saying? You geeked. It's just like, it's just weird, but I just feel good. Like, you don't remember the last time you've been like that. And it's just like it's the catch-22, like you were saying. Like, is that idea of what's preventing me from moving forward with anybody else? Or is it the fact that this is a genuine feeling that, like saying, I shouldn't be involving myself with other things because it would be a false engagement for me, and I would be robbing myself and someone else of a true love's experience by trying to just entertain it and let's just build all the while. Nah, because we're not meant to be together. Because guess what? 6 months later, a year later, we're broken up.
Yeah.
Now we got to deal with cleaning out the closet of our emotions of like what we did within the 6 months time. It's just like, damn, bro, like that shit just gets old. It's just like, I would rather just stay on the grind, stay on the purpose, and you know what I'm saying. And when I find that, and it, we're human, bro. We want intimacy. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I want to kick it with a girl. You know what I'm saying? I want to.
Like when I was back to that point about like us being able to love anyone. That I think that personality type.
Yeah.
Kind of. What was I gonna say? Because like being able to love anyone.
Yeah.
Also exposes us
too.
Huh?
I'm trying to put it on live too.
Oh, but like it exposes us to falling for someone that enjoys being loved but doesn't necessarily reciprocate it back. Because that's the situation that I've been in with like my last girlfriends. It's like I enjoy time with them and I love them, but like when I call them, they don't pick up.
Yeah.
They expect me to pick up when they call.
Yeah.
You know, or text messages, like they'll expect me to respond real quick, but like they can go all day or half a day without responding and shit like that. Like I've had one girlfriend that was kind of true, like a good girlfriend that was fairly equal.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's like they just like females sometimes are like men where they just want what they want for a certain reason. And that's why a lot of my relationships don't last past like 3 months, because it's like I get to that realization after 3 months, like I don't like what you're offering.
Yeah.
You know, like I want out type shit, because it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Waste of energy, effort, and shit.
Yeah.
So I think like us being that way makes it a lot easier for us to be in that situation, which isn't fruitful for anyone.
Yeah. And I mean, I think it's the sad part too. Yeah, I mean, I think the funny part about it is now I'm at the age, though, that, and we've been through enough experiences with these type of people to where, I mean, truth be told, I can make that investment and I can try to do it honestly, and then I can step from it and then break myself away from it because I know that I was genuine and I was putting my best foot forward all through it. I've been communicative and all that stuff. And just like saying,
and
like,
it's a lesson learned, too, for you, like, oh, that's not what I want, or I need to do something different.
Because that's something that's not really spoken on of as well, that, you know what I'm saying, like, people always talk about where all the good men at. It's just like, there are good men out here, but we also have to talk about maybe some of the things that women do that are not attentive to men. Not only the things that men do that are unattentive to women's needs and women's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, you know, because there are definitely men who are very unattentive to some very good women. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women experience that. But as you were saying, I put certain effort towards certain women. I'll do these calls or I'll do that, but then the woman won't reciprocate, or they'll go all day and without. It's like, so I don't get back the same thing I put forward.
Yeah.
Yet, you know what I'm saying? How does this balance work? How does this? Is this what a relationship is? Is this what love is supposed to be? It's like, because this benefits you more than it does me. It ends up
making me invest too much time and effort into like, damn, like give it back, like. Treat me the way I'm treating you type shit. But
as a man, and the thing is, as a man, I can't say that. I can't say, call me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can complain to me about not calling you.
You better pick up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you better pick up. Or I feel like you only hit me up when you're bored, or you only hit me up when you da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, it's like when you get stuff like that, it's like, but when me as a man, when I hit you up and then I want you to come over sometime, or I want you to just hit me up with a random, hey, I hope your day's been all right. You know what I'm saying? I vocalized that. I've been like, yo, sometimes I just want to just know that you care. Sometimes I just want to know that you know what I'm saying, you're just thinking about me, because I'll airdrop you a text message. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just one of those things where it's like a lot of women, I was like, it's funny, man. I had a few conversations just with women within the last 2 or 3 months and stuff like that. Even this past week too. But yeah, it's just a lot of conflict, just with us as men and women in general, especially in this day and age and day and time. But it's just us really open up the platform and the table to have a discussion and not take things personally. If we can do that, it can be a thing where we learn as both men and as women that, like, yo, like, we all have needs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we all have cares that are past the stereotypical statements that have been made, or that have been, you know what I'm saying, just decorated all these years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Men need to be able to express themselves. Men need to be able to say certain things. Or the same way that you would like that, your man likes that too. You want a gift? Yo, your man likes a gift too. You like stuff that shows that he's just thinking about me. Your man likes that too. You pull through, oh, he showed up at work with flowers. Or your man would think it was dope if you was just like, yo, I got food sent to your job. Yo, for real? What?
They just show up on their lunch break. Oh shit.
Yeah, nice. You know what I'm saying? It's just like saying, having an equal who sees like, yo, I'm meeting you. You know what I'm saying? I'm meeting. It's not 50-50 and you ain't got your 50. Well, I got my 50. No, I'm giving it 100. And then even when you down 90, guess what? I got you 100. And even when you down 80, I still got 100. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you 100% regardless. Like, I'm not coming with my half and then it's just like, well, if you ain't got your half, I got mine. I don't know about yours. Like no.
What you gonna do?
Yeah, no. But it's a thing where it's like, yo, if I continue to give 100 and I see that you I'm gonna be as vocal as I can to be like, you know,
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Because we're supposed to be equal. We're supposed to be 100%, 100%. So I'm willing to turbo it. It's just like, but if I feel like we're failing at that point and it's not because of me, over time, we're going to have to do what's best. But, yeah, bro, it's just about everybody giving 100%. Stop half-assing things and feeling like, because that's the issue. I'm a woman, and I'm going to do, I'm a woman, so I should, here's the thing. I'm a woman, so I can feel empowered to do, you know what I'm saying? There should be no such thing as gender roles. No such thing as gender roles, no such, but when it comes to opening your door, when it comes to paying for a meal during a date, then all of a sudden, I shouldn't have to do that because I'm,
What?
You shouldn't have to pay for the meal because you're the what?
Because of what?
You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't happen to open the door because you're the what?
What? Didn't you want to be equal?
But if I don't do it, that makes me. But if I don't do it, then that means I'm not a Huh? But I thought there was no such thing as gender roles.
What?
You know what I'm saying? So that's the issue where I have it, where it's just like we just be equal and we be honest. Don't get me wrong. There are certain things that women are strong at, and there are certain things that men are strong at. We take our strong points and our strong suits, we bring them together to make something that's so much more of a solid foundation. But we have this issue to where everyone wants to be glorified, and then me, give me and satisfy what I need, and we want to big up what we do instead of realizing that we're here to give. Give what you give, and then guess what? You're going to receive that, and it's going to be appreciated through that lens.
And I think also a lot of people nowadays don't allow themselves to be as open, like 100%. Oh, I'm gonna like invest me in you, not like I'm gonna invest in a little bit, type shit. And I noticed that a lot, like the investment that the girl brings back, for the most part, is half-assed because you can get an inclination like, oh, she's probably entertaining someone else, or oh, she's hiding something, or why won't she let me go on her phone? Like, she can go on my phone. Like, with me, I give her my password. Like, I have nothing to hide. I'm not tripping about nothing, Like, everything is what it is. Like, I am what I am, and I say what I say. But when it comes to, like, even logging in the computer, like, you gotta be there for me to be on the computer site. Like, where's this lack of trust? Because they're not investing fully in you, because they don't. I don't know whether it be on themselves, like they don't see themselves in that type of situation, or they don't understand, like, to be able to have something that lasts, you don't just throw it away. You work on it if you really want it, and it's easier to throw something away if you don't invest fully in it. Yeah. I think that's what a lot of...
That's very true.
I don't think it's just women. I think just like
yeah. We're having a general discussion, but to us it's very personal because we're males. We're heterosexual males, so we date women. So we're talking about our experiences with women. Yeah. So it's personal to us when we say women, but that's not a general statement. Right, but you're very right. That's something to where even me, I'll be honest with you. That's something I told the last girl that I was talking to. I was like, yo, like, it seems like it's funny, you're demanding more of me, but you're keeping your same stance. I told her, I said, Ma, I said, the last time, you asking me to call you. I said, do you know the last time you called me? I said, it's in my phone. I actually looked it up the other day. I was like, when the last time this girl actually took the initiative to hit me up and call my phone? I said, it was my birthday. I said, my birthday's in July. I said, it is now February. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but but it's February, bro. Yeah. And then you're the one who's been demanding of me this whole time. You don't call me. It's like that Drake song. That's why that shit it's on his So Far Gone mixtape. And it's called what was it? Let's call it off. And he has the lyric where he was like, you look for reasons for us to argue. I swear every time I call you, just tell me that I don't call you while you do that. Do that. So he's pretty much just talking about it like, yo, this girl is just, we might as well just call this whole thing off. It's just like, because just there's so much bullshit that's incurred in between it. You know what I'm saying? And where it's like saying, like, if we can't be honest with each other and just be giving each other 100%, because a lot of people will use their past history or things. Well, I've done this and I'm so damaged that I need you to show me this much before I move forward and do. But don't get me wrong, that's cool. But when you see that I'm a genuine man and I'm putting forth a genuine effort and I'm putting that, don't rob me. Don't rob me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because when you rob me of love, you're robbing yourself. Because just like saying, when it comes time to separate yourself from them, yo, wash my hands clean, then you gonna look back and be like, damn, Johnny was a good ass dude, man. He was really trying to be there for me, and now I'm trying to look for some dudes.
That's why they end up hitting me back up again, like years later, like.
Every time, bro. Every time.
Bye.
Every time. And I'm like, we cool. Yeah. We good. You know what I'm saying? But that's the hard part about it, man. Some crazy shit right now. So we in a podcast. Oh, I'm here with JohnnyB. I don't know who all on here. My bad. Oh, Damien, what's good? Hey, Chef Dre. What up?
Stop Scrolling Podcast, episode 10.
Stop Scrolling Podcast. Here with JohnnyB, theShooter, you know. We just talking some good topics, you know. We talking about males, relationships, you know, and just
Marvel, DC.
Everything in the book, you know. So stick with us if you on, you know. We're going to keep talking that good shit, but no.
Actually, I think all the stuff that we have been talking about is on like such a broad spectrum because we talked about the art, the music, even entertainment, to relationships. Yeah, this has probably been the most broad interview that I've done for topics and shit for sure. But
I mean, just as in our day and age and our growing up and turning from the 28s to 29s, 30s, 31s, just like saying we're growing to know ourselves so much more. That's why I call our early 20 years our teen, like our adult teen years. You know what I'm saying? Because now that we're in this age, we know what we want out of anything. Okay, like what type of job I'm going to pursue. We're a lot more disciplined within ourselves, that we kind of know even our own habits, the things that we will do, the things that we're like, okay, that's not good for me, that's not, you know what I mean? Yeah. Certain people know, nope, I need to make it to bed this time of night because I need to wake up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? They're not testing waters and being like they were when they're 21 and then, snap, I overslept, now I gotta go to work. You know what I mean? Like we're more creatures of the habits that we've accrued over this time frame. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why I'm saying, like, even coming into this age, you know what I mean? Like we become more cognizant of even who we're aligning ourselves with, because we do understand, like, we're trying to live more on purpose. We're trying to live more accordance to, you know, because our purpose equals paper because of entrepreneurship era. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So with that, us as creatives, us as entrepreneurs, we do get that, like, hey, like in dating, this is something serious to where it's like saying it becomes difficult because in the idea and the scope of what, you know, the has been, it's just been this idea that, this is why I sit here and say that there's a lot of fathers that you notice, or grandfathers, they're very silent. You notice that they're very silent rocks. Like, you know, hey, granddad, and granddad doesn't say much. He's because they're men who've grown up with this idea that men don't talk. You know what I'm saying? Men withhold their anger, they suppress their feelings. And then guess what? You think about it. Think about you going through your life as a fucking 20 years, 30 years, 40 years as a man and not really ever being able to express yourself, even to your wife. Yeah. So even when your wife is asking,
being a woman, not getting any like real intimacy.
Yeah, or not. Like, yeah, that's and the same. And that's the thing where it's just like you have to start to understand that in our day and age and in this day and time, we get that shit is like not real. Like the roles of that type of stuff that we put on each other, that's the shit that's fake. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when you banish that and understand, no, men are men, but they're emotional too. They have emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you have to understand how a man operates. You have to understand a man gets tired. A man gets weary. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You have to understand a man wants to be thought about. A man wants to be texted. A man wants to sit here and be like,
sad. We get scared. You know? Yeah. We go through a gambit of emotions just like everyone else. Like females and shit. Like,
and this is why I say you are my rib. Like, if you are my rib, like my rib is close. My rib is, where's my rib? My rib is near my heart. You know what I'm saying? So you were right there in the intimate place. So that's the point. You were supposed to be that intimate. You were supposed to know me like the back of your hand so that you can strengthen me through that. Yeah. So that's kind of the point. Being my equal. You know, don't get me wrong. Adorn you, I will adorn you, I will herald you as the queen that you are. But I need you to show me I'm a king. You know what I'm saying? I need you to respect me as such too. So just like saying, it's a thing where sometimes it's like, babe, I really miss you and stuff like that. I'm hitting you up because I know you're busy at work and I really want to see you, but I'm just reaching out to you to let you know I want to see you. Then you like, girl, I'm busy at work, but guess what? As soon as I get out of here, I'm going to call you. Yeah. You want that type of chemistry to be like, man, I want you just as bad as you want me. You're showing me that you want to be a part of my life just as bad as I'm showing you. I want to be a part of your life, and we're feeding off that.
Becoming each other's foundation.
Exactly,
stability and like emotional stability and shit like that.
Because foundation builds, and building a home is what you're trying to do in a relationship. But we can't build it on one person just doing all the work and you sitting there and looking like the concrete ain't full. You need to fill that up down there. It's just like, bro, you're not gonna help me.
Did you buy lunch?
Exactly. And then just like and to what you had said, when you have no investment in it, you have no problem leaving it. Mm-hmm. So when the house is built and the house is fucked up, you have no problem saying, deuces, I'm gone. I ain't fixing this bullshit up. This shit look trash. Mm-hmm. You have no idea, and then to you, you're like, we just getting started. This ain't even the end of it. Yeah. When we get to the end of it, it's gonna look, but guess what? Because they have no blood, sweat, and tears in it, because it's a thing of a cater to me, because I've been through. You gotta show me. That's the thing. You have to meet me halfway. Right. You know what I'm saying? Meet me halfway with your 100%. So that's the thing. It's just like in our age, it's just really about us taking our time with people, getting to know people, and you know, and it's like
taking our time, enjoying the journey, and not just like trying to get the goal like immediately. Because once you get the goal, like then what?
You're gonna cherish it. Yeah. You're gonna cherish it all the while because it'll be worth that much. But you don't want to just keep picking at everything. Like, is this the goal? Mm-hmm. Is this the goal? Mm-hmm. Is she the goal? Is she the
that'll set you up for disappointment? Like, over and over.
You gotta wait till you. No. I gotta. I know when I'll see it. I'll know when I'll see it. Mm-hmm. I know when I'll see it. So I just gotta stay vigilant. Like you, stay vigilant. I gotta stay focused. And then, what's that? You know what I'm saying? Like something's catching my eye. You know what I mean?
Came at the right time.
Or you catch a smell or a hint of something. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's funny. You always, and especially in the way you're moving, when you're on your focus and your purpose, and then you always end up in the path of that very precise thing that you needed. Where it's just like, wow. It was right here all the way along the journey. I just had to keep going along the path. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the main thing because, like, yeah, bro. Like here's what I told even one of my peoples. I told one of my peoples, and he was like, you know, he was dealing with infidelity and like cheating on his girl and stuff like that. And I let him know. I was like, bro. I'll just be honest with you, bro. I said, like, bro, pussy's pussy, and dick is dick. Mm-hmm. Pussy, dick is dick. What y'all don't realize is it's like, bro, when you're We go through so many places. We're at a bar, whether you're at the grocery store. That's why, I stopped doing that stuff where, even when I was young, I didn't do it. And I was like, man, why? I wonder why. It's like, because that stuff wasn't super prevalent to me. People look back at ass 300 times a day. Bruh, it's ass. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're programming your mind to be so focused on that when it's time to facilitate somebody that you like, you can't even facilitate people for what you like because all you know to pay attention to is cleavage, ass, face. Yep. And then when you realize after a while where you're like, damn, I done spent all this time with this bitch and then I don't like her at all because the way her conversation is, she don't know how to talk. Yeah, bro, but you were focused on the wrong stuff. Yeah. You were having a night when y'all were drinking. She had all the conversation in the world, but that's because y'all are drinking, you fucked up and you're influenced on trying to bag her for those certain reasons. So that's just kind of the whole thing, man. It's just like you have to understand that we're men and we're women. This is what I told my homeboy. I said we're men and we're women. When I say pussy's, dick and dick, I mean this, that we are men and we're women. Anytime you're in the same room with each other, 9 times out of 10, unless you're just straight up not attracted, there's going to be a chemistry that you cannot contain. I'm telling you, fill a single room filled with 5 men and 5 women and just tell me that there won't be some type of energy exchange. Even if the energy exchange goes through and people are like, no, I don't want them. The energy still flows through the room to be like, so it's natural. So when you understand that, that's why I told him, I was like, bro, you got to chill out on the cheating shit. I was like, because you have to understand, bro, women are women. You're always going to feel some type of way being with women in the room. That don't mean shit. Because just like saying, when you go through enough of those interactions and enough of that talking and enough of that, you start to realize like, wow, she's cool, but she's just cool. And it's like she doesn't even turn me on like that. You know what I'm saying? She's a cool person.
Pussy, dick is dick.
So that's the reason why there are certain people and certain men who can be in a room with fine ass women. Like I'm like, yo, I've been with 5s, 9s, and dimes. I was like, and truth be told, there are some women who you meet who are 6s and 7s who you are way more attracted to than the 9 and the 10s. And that's that goes under discussed. That goes under discussed. But there are women who are on the lower scale of things where you be like, man, like it's just the way that she has a self. She embraces self. She embraces identity. She embraces, like, there's this girl that I know that she's thick. She's on the thicker side of stuff, and she looks at us. She be like, "Shit, I look fucking good." Like, it's just the way that she embraces that is so sexy. It's just like, oh my goodness, girl. Like, I ain't gonna, I'll be looking through her pictures like, what's up? What's up? Yeah, because it's just, you know what I'm saying, just that embrace. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's just like when you understand that a lot of people and a lot of things, a lot of people are just faces. A lot of people are just bodies. A lot of people are
it's just skin.
No skin, but no substance. Skin with no substance. That's the main thing. Skin with no substance, and that's where a lot of us are interacting with. We're connecting skin to skin, but we have no substance to substance. So then we're not edify these people. So then guess what? I gotta keep fucking you. I gotta keep fucking you because I have to like visualize. Like, have you ever
justify a reason to be with someone?
Yeah, but then guess what? But then when we have a falling out, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all the fuck yous in the world. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, and there's nothing to draw me back to you where you realize, like, man, I'm wasting my fucking time with this dude or this bitch or this da-da-da-da-da-da. When it's like, yeah, it's skin to skin and no substance. People are too busy just clinging themselves just because she looks good. And it's just like, bruh, you can't go to a bar 3 times a week. I mean, that's just me. I can't go to a bar 3 times a week looking for chicks and shit like that. Bro, it's too much investment, bruh. It's too much investment.
Money, too much time, too much effort.
And I'm mature enough within myself to where I'm not, you can't trigger me the same way. You know what I'm saying? You can't trigger, like, just like I said, if every girl can twerk, if my dick get hard at every single girl twerking, nigga, there's something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? You got problems, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
Get you some pussy somehow.
It's like somebody who, if you cry at every single thing that, bruh, you're sensitive. You know what I'm saying? There's something wrong with you if you cry at every little thing. What you mean? Like, it's just a natural reaction. No, it's not. It's learning some control over yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Self-discipline.
Yeah, just being, and that's what's going to be able to dictate how you are able to operate within a relationship and being committed and being able to be like, yo.
That's how you react to the situation.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're able to be in a room full of 5, 9s, and dimes and not
pull no trigger.
Yeah, then that shows like to a lot of girls that's attractive.
It is.
Be like, oh shit, this dude is alpha. Like he doesn't give a fuck. He can be around these bitches and not even these women and not even like really bat an eye. You know, it's just like, oh shit, like that elevates you in their eyes because it's like, oh shit, he doesn't need to look at us like objects, you know, because he's like at a level where it's like you're just another one type shit. So I need someone that has a substance come with something deeper than the skin.
And truth be told, bro, with me,
you like how I brought that back, skin and substance. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
And with me, bro, at the very end of the day, people are people, bro. Like, we're people. You know what I'm saying? My issue is I'm sick of just sexualizing everything. Motherfuckers see a woman, and it's the sad thing. I told myself at a young age too. I was just like, it's sad that when you go to her, the first thing I'm doing is looking. I look at her cleavage and I'm looking at her face. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just like, you
look at her cleavage. I just look straight in.
No. I'm saying like at certain points that becomes a reaction, and I'm like, that's sick. It's just like you need to be able to. Hello, how are you doing? And then I made sure it was a purposeful thing where I was like, no, I'm going to adamantly look you in your face and I'm going to make eye contact. And then that's it. Right. And I'm not going to touch you. I'm not going to do nothing to that. I'm just going to talk to you. I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to. Baby. Yeah, man, because a lot of that, bro, we just live in an over-sexualized culture to where I'm like, bro, you got to understand women are people. They're delicate creatures. They're beautiful creatures. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it's just in any sense, even on the vice versa with women or men or women who feel like they could just be up on men. It's just like, you gotta understand people are people. Like, talk to people, get to know people. You know what I'm saying? Socialize. You don't know who people, you know, come from. Because even some people may have an issue with being touched because maybe you don't know their history. Maybe they were molested or raped at a young age. And it's just weird stuff, bro, that when you step back from stuff and you talk to people, you be like, damn. You take a humanity to shit. And then when you realize everybody's human, you just really got to start addressing things to where you're like, look, I just look at people as people. Sometimes I find people that I like
Yeah.
in more of a romantic or maybe more of a, physical interest, but that's not a common thing. Like saying if that's a every girl thing for you, or if that's a girl just shaking her ass and now you just out here on the you want to like, bro, there's something wrong, bro. Yeah. That's a primal instinct.
Yeah.
That's a primal thing. Like you have to be more. I'm a man, bro. I'm not triggered by that, because when I'm not triggered by that, every woman who comes to me has to have something to bring to the table.
Yeah.
And that's what I noticed in my lifetime, bro. Because I'm a very intellectually based person, because I'm a person of so much substance, I've lost women because women couldn't keep up with me on a certain sense. And even people, women, other
that's no slight to you. That's just
no, it's not. It's just that's
get
what
your game up, shouty.
That's what I've had older women who told me where they, when they chopped it up with me, they were like, yeah, Bryce, they were like, you a little bit much. They were like, not in a bad sense. They're like, but you're so much that if she's on this side of things, she won't be able to handle you. She won't be able to handle even the embrace, because, there's a masses out here. There's, it's like McDonald's. McDonald's is everywhere. That's exactly how it is in relationships. That's how it is for music. There's McDonald's music everywhere. But to find that shit where you're like, no, this is gourmet cooking, it just takes a little bit more time. Or it would cost a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Or you're going to have to sit in a wait because it's a popular, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's different. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's the same thing, man, where, like, with me, it's just always been just really like focusing on myself, focusing on the purpose of things that I need to be doing, because it's a lot out here, and I need substance to substance, not skin to skin. Trust me, I love skin to skin. We getting skin to skin, baby. But the whole thing is that we do have to connect on so much more of a deeper level that if we're going to be attached and build something and move forward, you need to be my equal. I can't be your daddy and your boyfriend at the same time. Like, we have to be able to hold one another in both, the same, like, just on the same pedestal. And then if you're a little bit weaker on some days, I'ma carry you. And we gonna be, like, but I'm not so weak that it's just like, oh man, well, if you don't come with yours, I gave you this, I gave you no. As long as I know you're genuinely trying, as long as I know that you're genuinely here and you're like, yo, I'm about the business. I'm about you. I'm about knowing who you are. Because that's the thing with us men. A lot of women don't know us. They see us in the scope of my man, my bae. But they don't know us as men. Like, how many women have been like, this is Johnny. And I know Johnny for Johnny. Like, Johnny loves this. Johnny loves that. This is always got Johnny. Oh, yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is what he loves. It's like not even just things that accommodate you. Like, oh, he drives this and, he does this when he gets off work. No, I mean the things that make you you. Damn, when Johnny was 6, he... and that's where the scratch on his knee came from. And then he wasn't playing football. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if he would have played football, he probably would have never gotten into photography. Like, how many women have delved into you like that? But how many of them expect us to be original? Get to know me. Get to know me. Like, so that's the reason with me where I'm like, I be too much for certain chicks, because me, when I'm trying to get to know you, I'm trying to get to know you. You know what I'm saying? And when there's substance, you can't fake substance, bro. Right. You can't fake substance. Right. You can't fake it, bro. You know what I mean? So.
And on that note, the last 20 seconds, we will end this episode. But yeah, episode 10 with Bryce Genre.
Yes, sir.
Your host, JohnnyB theShooter. And quick shout out to Connor Gibbons for this Heartbreaker shirt from the last episode. If you guys want to check that out, go ahead. The link will be in the description and probably at the end. But yeah, peace. Yeah. Waking up and I'm feeling like I'm just living out my dream.